Mismatch right here. Ball. Step back three.
What's good with y'all, man? Welcome to another Nico Savage stream. We're gonna talk about Lonzo Ball. Let's wait for a couple of y'all to get up in here. We're gonna talk about Petty though. Let me go ahead and tag a comment. Appreciate that. We got the one, only the Flight Sports TV in the building.
Yep. What's going on, Nico? What's the deal?
Today, we're gonna talk about Petty though. I think he's a top 5 point guard in the league. Whenever he got revenge on his mind, I don't think anybody could stop him. And I'm gonna talk about, I don't like Bulls basketball. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real today. So we get a couple people in here, they flow in. We're gonna share some opinions on that. I don't know if you share the same opinion, but I'm not there to watch DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine go off for 40 every night. Like, I'm not interested in that.
Right.
That's not something I like. So, Lonzo turned up late. It was the third to fourth quarter he really started going off. I think personally, the way that Lonzo Ball plays, he's too deferent. But yesterday, that fourth quarter, he decided, fuck everybody, I'm going off. They start looking for him. DeRozan even started looking for him, which is shocking. That's one of the most shocking things I could have seen yesterday was DeMar DeRozan looking to pass. So that was, a beautiful thing to see. And I guess Lonzo Ball had another career day. That was a beautiful game for him. I mean, what you think about that game? How did you feel? I know it's gonna be a lot of people paying homage,
Right.
when you go live, but we're gonna have to pay a little homage.
Yeah, you talking about for the Bulls game?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Man, I thought it was good. I like what I seen from Lonzo. The Bulls. We're gonna get into the Bulls talk, but Lonzo definitely answered the call yesterday. I like what I seen. I just want to see that I would love to see it every game. That'll be everybody's worst nightmare.
Now that's something we do need to talk about is the consistency. Can I get this version of Lonzo Ball more than 7 times a year? That's something that that definitely needs to be spoke on, and somebody needs to address that with him. Like, I'm not expecting you to go 100% every night. That's inhumane for almost any player. That's why people love Russell Westbrook. The fact that Russell Westbrook goes hard every night, people love to see him play, even if it's some dumbass plays and some inconsistent play from him. But with Lonzo Ball, I don't need that every night. All I need is for him to be not necessarily shot hunting, but I need Lonzo Ball to realize that what you provide to a team is more than just being a passer and a spot up shooter. And we seen that yesterday. And that's what I love seeing from Lonzo.
Right.
Personally, I can't remember a game other than his revenge games where he really just decided, I'm gonna go off tonight. It's always a very specific matchup, and we need to turn that Lonzo Ball into the Lonzo Ball. Dust Fang, guess what? I did not sleep on DeRozan. I do want to say that. Now, I think DeRozan is a good player. It's just that when he's cooking, he's cooking. Like that. That's the thing. Like when Lonzo cooking, the whole team finna be cooking, and that's what I like about the way the Lonzo Ball is playing the game. If Lonzo Ball is going off, we all finna have a great time. He finna look to be more aggressive passing the ball. Lonzo Ball's he's finna look more aggressive shooting, facilitating, rebounding, moving the ball. He just does everything. If DeRozan's hot, we seen it yesterday. He gonna post you up. He gonna big body you, and he gonna look to take the most difficult shot he could find on the court. I think DeRozan had 40 or something like that, 38, and he got most of that in the first 3 quarters. Which salute to him. He can still score the ball at a high clip. But I mean, is that what I Fly? Do you think that's what I should expect from the Bulls this season? Is they gonna showcase DeRozan and Zach LaVine at the highest of abilities? Hey Pierre,
You mean
hold on real
just
quick.
that? My bad.
Well, yeah, go ahead. No, I
No,
was just gonna say Pierre said he got to eat crow. He gonna be at the altar.
yeah, yeah. We'll be waiting for your arrival. We understand. But shout out to Pierre. Listen,
But yeah,
everybody, don't worry. You just the first one. But I understand. I just want Lonzo to be more consistent, so people are eating crow more consistently, not just one or two nights a week. But you're right about that. You said that expect to see Zach LaVine get his? Is that what you were saying?
well, I'm asking from this Bulls team more often than not. Should I? I'm just gonna have to expect DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine to take a bulk of the shots, 80% of the offense.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? That's what it's looking like. Unfortunately, DeRozan is going to shoot a lot, and Levine is going to get whatever the hell he wants. Whatever he wants. So I think they're the two mainstays of the squad. I think they're going to be the closers, the hitters for the team as the season progresses. I think they're going to use Lonzo a lot more, and I think Vucevic and guys like Kobe White are going to play dividends. Just surrounded them. But those two alone, they will be the mainstays for the Bulls. So you can expect a heavy dosage of those two going down the stretch and obviously in the playoffs.
So at this moment, from what I can see, anytime that they get in a situation where DeRozan and Levine are that like if they hit their first couple shots, I realize they're gonna get another couple shots, and they're gonna get another couple shots, and like I've noticed that for the past games, if Levine start off hot, they look for him, they look for him, they look for him. If DeRozan start off hot, they look for him, they look for him. But when Zoe start off hot, Zoe only get a couple looks from that point on. Like Zoe might get 3 looks early, he'll hit all three, and then he'll get another 3 looks a quarter and a half from then. I don't like that personally.
Facts.
So what I'm noticing is with this Bulls team, which is I meant to put that in the title. I do not like Bulls basketball. The Lonzo Ball, as much as I hate to say it, is not, and he's not the attraction for the team and what they're trying to build. But as we seen yesterday, he can light your ass up whenever you give him the opportunity to. But is it only in revenge games? Do you think we're gonna see this from Lonzo Ball again against an opponent that isn't somebody he got a problem with?
I hope so. We all would love for this to be the new norm for Lonzo, but it's obvious and it's evident that when Lonzo was playing against another top-notch guy, I mean, not a top-notch guy, another team like a grudge match, part of me, like the Bulls, like the Lakers and the Hornet and the goddamn Pelicans, part of me. Those seem like the two teams that he's just giving it all, like he going all out. Lonzo got to go that level with every team. Let's start with Portland tomorrow. Well, do they play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Start off with Portland tomorrow. Go for it, man. You can do it. I think the door is open for him to sustain that level of play in Portland. Damian Lillard and the Blazers are struggling right now. They're going through it with these calls and everything. They're adjusting. So I think Lonzo could definitely capitalize.
So this is going to be the West Coast trip for Lonzo Ball. I don't know if he has anything particular with Damian Lillard, but we do know that Damian Lillard has dropped, 50 on Lonzo Ball? He's dropped a lot of points on Lonzo Ball. So do we have another revenge game coming up? Is Lonzo Ball coming to whoop ass with Damian Lillard? Because Damian Lillard is on a...
Is there real bad blood between the two? I don't know.
I mean, well, I don't know if it's bad blood, but I would think that Lonzo Ball, that's facts corrupts. He got to be more consistent. But we're gonna talk about this. So he playing against Damian Lillard. I'm glad you brought that up. I did not know that. But he's playing against Damian. And last year, Damian whooped Zoe ass multiple times. So I'm wondering if this year, with a little reinforcements, and Damian's not playing his best, is Zoe coming for another revenge game? Because I don't know if it's bad blood, but Zoe do come at people that then came at him. Like, for example, Jamal Murray. Like, Jamal Murray
Yeah.
never specifically did anything to Zoe, but he always tried to embarrass him every time they played. And that's what Damian Lillard has done.
You're right. A great point on that one. So it's all about what we're gonna see. Tomorrow's gonna be the test. You off a killer game. You can't go out there looking like you lost. You forgot how to play, or you're looking a little nervous, especially the way he was strutting yesterday. If anything, that need to be a propeller for him all the way into the season. Because if you look the way he was doing last night, he was hitting threes and he's strutting and shit. That shit was cool. You're like, what the hell?
And looking swaggy, man.
Yeah, you got the utmost supreme confidence right now, the way you're moving. So we need to see that a lot more. That's what I want to see.
Is that the dude you know him to be?
To be honest with you, the way he was moving, that was a little bragging, arrogant play, So I like it. I think it's rubbing off with him and Zach and DeRozan. Those guys showboat a little bit, So I think it's obvious for him to start showing some emotion, because those guys are emotion. They play with emotion. DeRozan, you see him getting intense. Levine gets intense. So Lonzo got to definitely follow the leader here, man. Seriously, those are your leaders,
Hey, salute Dave James. Appreciate you showing
shout
up,
out to
running
Dave.
back. Corrupt Pierre, appreciate y'all showing up, Dusk. So we finna get into, well, not only does Lonzo Ball need to be consistent, can Lonzo Ball show us this Lonzo Ball more than 6 games a season? Because he's consistent, but it's not consistently this guy. This guy is who when we think of Lonzo Ball, this is the guy we know he is. But people keep trying to tell us, for FYF sake, right? 10, 6, and 6 is his ceiling. And that's an okay player. But then he come out and do shit like this, and we're like, okay, this is the Zoe that we need to pay homage to. I need you to show some respect. I need you to realize that this is the killer I'm talking about.
Yes,
this guy is a killer.
That's the player we recognize. We know and recognize that guy yesterday. That's the person that we all fell in love with his play style. That's why that's the person we know. We don't know this guy who's just so passive and just don't. Okay, you pass, but another thing I said earlier, Lonzo, if he's aggressive offensively, is going to open up the passing. You can't just come out just leading with the pass. You got to lead with the offense, and it's going to open up all of the lanes. That way you can play that style easier and more effective. So it's a catch-22, but I think he's figuring it out. So let's just wait. It's still early.
Yeah, it is still early, but I do hate, even though it's early, we coming to a point where we kind of getting ready for these games only in these situations. And that's what I don't like, because I think that he's a player that can bring this every game. And if not every game, let's say 70% of the time. 70% of the time is what about average? I won't say average, but the average for NBA stars. Steph Curry not going to give you 30, 40, and even 25 every night. There's going to be a couple nights where he might drop 15, might drop 17, might drop 19. And he might be a little more passive. And you can say that for anybody, Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron. Most superstars are not going to go off every game. So I just want Lonzo Ball to consistently give me Lonzo Ball. And that version of him is it changes based off what they need. So Lonzo Ball is either going to turn up, give you 27, or turn up and give you a hot 13. If I can get a hot 13 and I see you aggressive, I'm cool with that. So I do want to say this. What are we looking forward to as far as the play style change for the Bulls, or the play style change for Lonzo Ball specifically? And what I'm asking with that is he, because he initiated a lot of the ISO ball yesterday. I do have to acknowledge that. Even though even though I don't like the ISO ball, Zoe did set it up a lot. And before, we used to just see Levine and DeRozan, they bring the ball up the court, look for their own shot, headhunt. But yesterday, Lonzo brought the ball up the court a lot of the times, and he let them get to their ISO ball and get to their spots. Is that what we're going to see going forward? Or are we going to see the latter of the game where Lonzo Ball decided that let's look for me too because I'm cooking? Like, is that a far fetched dream, or
I think
you
so.
think we can see that?
I think to be honest with you, you got some guys right now with Levine or DeRozan. Obviously, DeRozan is looking to have an MVP type season, right? So I think the more they realize the game will be easy if Lonzo's involved. So hopefully they get him more involved. That's what I'm expecting. I think they got to get Lonzo involved. They cannot. It's not going to sustain itself with them two just running the 2-man game all night long. Not all season long, and definitely not in the playoffs. They're gonna catch on to
that. I'm glad you mentioned that because the playoffs is going to be important. Everything I seen Lonzo Ball provide yesterday will be provided in the playoff game. Let's say DeRozan has a game where he get 28. Zach LaVine get about 25.
He put up a game like this in the playoffs is different.
Yeah.
Yes, it goes into legendary status. People remember it forever. You can have a game, you can have a good game, on a Monday night, but you do it in the playoffs, it lives forever. It's eternal. It's eternal. You understand?
Slimkin Hoop, what's up? Right now we're talking about Lonzo Ball, and right now the expectations going forward. And Flight just brought up a great point as far as the playoffs. This will be a legendary game, and that's something that I believe he can do. This shit. Anybody that's seen yesterday, Lonzo Ball was bottom of the net every shot. Everything he put up, swish. That bitch was touching the smallest fibers of net particles. He was putting that thing down the middle every time. There was no lack of confidence. There was no lack of, oh, is this a good shot? No, he's pulling that thing. Everything he put up, that shit went down. The only thing he missed that was like I was expecting to go down was a step back. Because anybody that know me, I'm a Lonzo Ball step back fanatic. I love it. Like wow. That's my favorite move. But he missed that shit yesterday. But as far as his set shots yesterday, he was pulling that thing, and he pulled a deep one too. So it's like, can I get that fucking Zoe every game? I understand that that's petty revenge, though, right? We gotta nickname him. We gotta recognize him as a certain player in these games. Petty revenge, though, whatever you want to call him, petty Zoe, revenge, though. He's a thing. It's an entity. It's its own creation, and he come out here to hurt people, and he did that yesterday. So I mean, I want his teammates to realize he has that capability too.
Yeah,
personally. Like Zach LaVine yesterday, when they took him out and Lonzo started going off a little more, I need for his teammates to say, yo, he is a killer. He is trying to take the heart out the Lakers. He wanted everybody in that building to feel what they lost, and LeBron James. Because I ain't going to front. When he yelled at the crowd, let me put that photo back up. When he yelled at the crowd, I felt that. You don't see Zoe do that.
Yeah, he felt himself like there's a lot of emotions going through his mind because it was real fucked up what happened with them. Anyway, because you start to think about it, not just the trade itself. It's like they really could have built something. You start to look like in the future, even back then, like look at the talent that was there. You had Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Julius, Jordan Clarkson. I mean, good God. I mean, right now, if you were able to do Josh Hart, if you would have.
Oh, is that you or me lagging out?
Can you imagine if you would have cultivated this talent? They will be right in the thick of shit right now. You see Jordan Clarkson, 6th man of the year. Julius annihilating the season ago, look what he's helping to do with the goddamn New York Knicks now. BI all-star level. Josh Hart solid. Lonzo just coming off his best season, big contract, trying to go to that next level. Look at all of the shit that just went down the drain. So all of that is kind of coming full circle. The Alex Caruso's of the world. They would have been a force right now, but the Lakers are getting their karma because they about to be downhill soon. Trust me.
Yeah.
Shit is gonna get worse before it get any better, and nobody's gonna come to play with Anthony Davis when LeBron leaves. Trust me.
AD could bring in somebody, man. Come on.
No, they ain't gonna bring it in. They ain't getting nobody. They're gonna go back to how it was when back in the days when they couldn't get nobody.
Oh yeah, salute Slat, HL Kid.
Right, shout out to the guy.
I was gonna say this. We can't be dogging my Lakers like that. Come on, man.
No, I
Because
mean, you're right, but I mean, they listen. They got a championship out the deal. Yeah, that's cool and all, but look what happened. Look what's going on. It's not looking good unless LeBron just come back on some go eight on them. I don't see how they even gonna win the championship this year. I don't see it. And
yeah.
Westbrook, those numbers are hollow. Westbrook really is the cause of all of this. You start to look at Lonzo, and I'm not comparing Lonzo to Westbrook, but because Westbrook is obviously more talented, but Lonzo just a smarter player. If you
Yeah.
can put Lonzo Ball brains inside Russell Westbrook, you're gonna have the best player in the history of the game of basketball. You
Yeah.
understand? But something's wrong with him. You understand? He's very erratic. He's not getting the people involved. It's almost like he want to take shine. I felt like he just taking shine from Carmelo Anthony. I know you dislike Melo, but Westbrook needs to feed Carmelo Anthony. I think what's going on with the Lakers, I've been monitoring the situation. People are talking about Carmelo Anthony like he the third option. I don't think Westbrook was feeling that. So I'm starting to think Westbrook is forcing the offense. Just pay attention to that if you haven't been watching.
Hey, you low key coming from my Lakers right now. But
My bad. Shout out to the
I
Lakers.
know, I
I got Melo
understand.
there, so I got nothing but love.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because it's true right now. Right now, we're in a situation where we still in an identity crisis, and Russell Westbrook take a lot of shots. We know he's not efficient in. I don't know, like, because look, Russ is a very intelligent guy. Every time we see him off the camera, he's well spoken. He's very articulate with what he says, and he just seems like a great guy. But it's like on the court, somebody needs to tell him, like, hey, my nigga, why are you taking that shot? You know you're not an efficient shooter. If it's not in the mid range or a layup, I don't think Russ should be taking it personally. Because your 3-point shot is iffy at best. Iffy. And you're efficient digging us a hole with you putting up all these bullshit ass shots. Then you got Carmelo and Anthony Davis on your team. That's confusing the fuck out of me. It's no way that your point guard who is inefficient should have more jump shots taken than Carmelo Anthony. And I wouldn't say I don't like Melo because Melo's a legend. But the thing is, I just he old now. Let's give him let's give him his specific old credit. The way that Melo plays right now, he's a jump shooter. He'll post you up here and there. And yesterday he looked old, like maybe he had a little something last night. Something slowed him down. He wasn't himself. But I do wanna say this. Um, Slim said Westbrook can't shoot, period. But then he'll have some of those nights, right? Where he might hit 2 or 3 threes and he feeling himself. 2 or 3 threes is a ceiling. Like, yes, this nigga Westbrook is eating. And then you have another night where he go 0 for 9. But I'll think to myself, like, bro, you took 9 threes? What are you thinking? What possessed you as this broken shooter to take 9 threes? And that's confusing me. And let me chill on my Lakers, because I don't want to get into too much. Let me give Zoe a little more flowers. Because, hey, Flight had to, give us that reality check. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. But right now, I just think that, all right, let me talk about the Bulls' identity. Again, let's get back on the Bulls' identity real quick. Because right now, they seem to know exactly how they're going to come at you. And they're going to start off with the Levine and DeRozan. And the way that Levine and DeRozan show up to every game is, I'm gonna get my shots. I ain't looking for nobody else. And if it fall, it fall. If it don't, it don't. How long?
And if you could somehow get your offense in the midst of it all, shit, then so be it.
Yeah, like and you better pray that they get double teamed, because if they don't, they taking that damn shot. Like it's no, like Zach LaVine yesterday, right? I think it was, he had AD on him. He was dribbling, then he ran behind the 3-point line, put the shot up. Hello? What, like, bro, you didn't see nobody else on the court? They had to take his ass out the game because he was putting up everything he seen. It wasn't a shot that he did not like. And I understand you cooking here and there, but fuck, my nigga, like, pass the ball. Let me read a couple of these comments for y'all. We gonna have the engagement up.
Read the comments. I got a quick phone call. I'm coming right back.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, Flight stepping out, y'all. So let me get to y'all comments real quick. all right, Pierre, you violating with this one. Like, bro, like I seen the blue hair and what he was wearing. I didn't think nothing that crazy about it. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, it wasn't like he was feminine. The dress is feminized, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't like in no femboy bag, you know? Like, I don't know. These dudes that get, they work out and they show their bodies off, they be in a different mindset. So, I ain't chiseled up to be like that. So I can't go at him like that. One day when I be chiseled up, who know what I want to wear? Might want to show off all the striations and ab particles, everything. I do want to say this: LeBron isn't winning another championship. Let me think about that real quick, because he can. Let's not discredit Bron James. I'm not a Bron James fan, but all it takes is for the right things to fall in his place. You know that happens for him many times, right? Some things LeBron just get to fall in place. Like what if Steph Curry went down this year? What if a couple superstars went down? Like we gotta account for that, because that's literally how LeBron works out sometimes. Like, some people just go down, unfortunately. But I have to be honest. I do think the Warriors are going to win. That's just me personally. I do want to say this: they let that talent walk, because I remember Flight mentioned that. I did need to touch on that again. LeBron Ben had ties to the Lakers organization. He had ties in the aspect of, you remember when he got that trade for Jay Crowder and all these other dudes. Basically, he sent them all over the league, right? He brought back Larry Nance, Jordan Clarkson. I think he sent them Isaiah Thomas, some shit like that. Something happened. We know what happened though. But point being, LeBron Ben had a pool in the Lakers office where you could hit him up, get something from him. So I knew when he came here that everything was about to change. And yeah, and shout out to Zoe taking a mid-range shot yesterday too. He did everything. Lakers got a decent team that is hurt. Lakers are a sneaky team. 3-point shot is non-existent. That's a fact. Um, Send Russ to the 76ers and get Ben. Hey man. You think we want a mentally weak player that don't shoot the ball? All right, let's ask that. I want y'all to respond. What would y'all prefer? A player that's irrational and think he can make every shot, or a player that is emotionally weak and think he can't make no shots? I don't know which better in that situation. LeBron GM of the year. Hey, LeBron been GM of the year since 2003, whenever he was drafted. They knew he was coming in and run the franchise. Called him the king, the chosen one. Westbrook shot 21 to 30% from three for 10 years, no improvement. I think Westbrook had one good year. Like, let's be real. He probably had 1 year where he was shooting like 35 or 34. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I remember him. Look, I'm going off 2K. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like 2K13 when he had KD, and he was a decent player that could shoot and make threes at that time. Salute Dex. Shout out Dex, man. All access in the building. This is he a big man behind the scenes. Y'all see him come around and you see him in the chat, and he's just a regular dude. But you don't know this man. He's literally with groundwork. He's living groundwork. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Let me bring in Dex. We got all access in the building, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. Shit, yeah, I thought you was at work, but if you made a little time for me, salute, man. I appreciate that.
What's good, Dax?
Yes, sir. Salute to Nico Savage. Shout out to Flight. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I just went on in the corner, and I'm gonna hop on real quick. I got a few minutes. I just wanted to share, brother Nico, is that I was unaware that LeBron had an opportunity to acquire DeMar DeRozan, and he had a choice if he wanted DeMar DeRozan or Russell Westbrook, and he chose Russell Westbrook.
Wow. Well, well, that says a lot about yesterday then.
Yes, and yeah. So DeMar felt slighted. He wanted to come home. He finally had an opportunity where he kind of controlled his own destiny to come play for the Lakers, and that was his, childhood dream to be a member of the Lakers, and it didn't pan out. So yeah, he really have something to prove, and he admitted that he have a chip on his shoulder about that.
Wow. I, hey, Dex just gave us some breaking
I,
news.
I knew about that already. I put
Shit, I didn't know.
out on it yesterday, but he didn't. He ended up saying something on it today. Like he's talking about it as of yesterday and today. Yesterday he thought the deal was done. Today they said that everything was in place and all this, that, and the third, and the shit just fell off at the last minute. He thought it was a lock. So it was like, damn, shit started to come out. And then, Caruso got screwed over. They didn't make him a counter offer. It's like the Lakers just felt big, they got big on them people.
Damn.
And that shows the ineptitude of Rob Pelinka, because they was trying to give him a lot of credit for that bubble championship, and we already know that was straight Rich Paul, LeBron James, and Clutch Sports that got their big guy over there, so the Lakers will be able to win a championship before LeBron departs from the LA Lakers and retire off into the sunset. But they were trying to give that to Rich Paul. I mean, not Rich Paul, Rob Pelinka, and now you don't hear anything about Rob Pelinka and his so-called brilliancy in his off-season and in-season acquisition as a guru, as a general manager. You hear nothing about that. He probably about ready to lose his job in a minute.
I mean, has he really ever made great moves? Like LeBron James wasn't his thought process. LeBron was coming regardless. Like the fuck, like I think he feel like he had some play in things going the way it did. You didn't bring AD here. AD Ben wanted to come here because of LeBron.
Exactly.
And I feel like
Yes.
he had some air of arrogance because I would hear him talk about it. The things were getting done, the players were bringing in. Like that's LeBron James. Like, come on now. LeBron been making moves like this, and he has the connections with people to do so. This ain't no damn Rob Pelinka. Call him a magic call him. Rob Pelinka ain't out here moving weight like this. People don't even trust him like that.
Right. Well, you had guys like Jalen Rose was pumping pom pom for Rob Pelinka, and you had some other couple of guys that was in the media analysis where they was pumping pom poms for Rob Pelinka. But those who really know, they know Rob Pelinka just basically a figurehead, and he was only in there because of Kobe.
Yeah. Yeah, Kobe Bryant definitely was a battery in him and a lifeline, literally. And I feel like at this point in his career, Rob Pelinka has served his use because we got LeBron for what? I would say maximum 3 more years. Like that's LeBron's prime is just got to be over. If he goes beyond that, we have to start really giving him like he's gonna be a unanimous decision GOAT is what I'm getting at. If he plays another 3 years at a high level and beyond. But if let's say LeBron retires at 40, I mean at that point nobody's gonna want to play with the Lakers. I'm keeping it real. Fly did mention that, but I didn't want to say it. Anthony Davis is gonna be a name, but shit, he just gonna be one of those dudes that's a great ass player. That's gonna be another
Yeah,
pedigree.
the NBA gonna turn on him. Watch if he's not hurt or broken already.
Right. And then AD probably want out. He probably try to go back to Chicago because that wouldn't be a problem. You see, Rich Paul is so freaking genius is that he already have a plant in Chicago. You follow what I'm saying? A superstar, well, not a superstar, but a budding star that's already planted in Chicago. And then he has a superstar in Zach LaVine because Zach LaVine jumped on board through Lonzo. You follow what I'm saying? Zach LaVine, if you didn't know this, Zach LaVine was talking to Lonzo during the offseason. And when he was trying to recruit Lonzo over to the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo ended up recruiting him for Clutch Sports. So it wouldn't be a thing for Anthony Davis to jump ship and abandon the Lakers, which I hope don't happen because I am still a Laker fan, and go back home and play with Chicago, and nobody could be mad at Anthony Davis because he is a Chicago native. So you can't be mad at that. It's the same thing basically that happened with Candace Parker leaving the Sparks and going to playing with the Sky. So it could be the same situation with Anthony Davis in Clutch Sports.
You're making me think about something because Lonzo Ball is over there
And Zach.
and Zach. But I bring up Lonzo because what if we have another sign and trade situation a couple years from now after LeBron? Let's say LeBron is finished. He once he's finished, it's like a foot gets lifted off your neck because LeBron is in control of everything. You don't move unless he tell you to. But once LeBron is finished, AD is gonna be there by his lonesome. He wants to come to Chicago. If Lonzo comes back to the Lakers, by that time, Melo and I'm just thinking.
Oh
I don't want
yes,
to get too
that's
far
right.
ahead, but I'm saying like it could be another reunion for LA, and it could be with the Ball brothers, and AD could be in Chicago. It could be Cinderella. Oh man, oh
Exactly.
this could be beautiful.
Soon as Jello gets into the league, hopefully by All-Star break or right after the All-Star break, then that could be something that's in the works as we speak. And it could take a couple of years to make it happen, but the ball could start rolling.
Yeah, like I'm glad you brought that up. I'd be forgetting AD from Chicago. He would love to play for Chicago because let's say Levine stays there. Levine could stay in Chicago because he's trying to get that extension. And they say, let's pair him up with AD. Oh, shit. Oh, man. It could be some big things in years. If it happened, just know y'all heard it here first. All access desks in the building coming with the mind-blowing information for me. It just everything started flooding. I didn't even think about this dynamic of the greatness that we could see in a couple years. Because Zach LaVine wants to stay in Chicago. Lonzo Ball could want to go back home because LeBron James is going to be gone, and Lonzo Ball will have built his career strong enough to where let's be real, him and Melo are going to be LeBron James esque in as far as power, and that's what I look forward to. And they bring that shit back home, and they got oh man, this could be amazing. And shout out to the Bulls, great win for the Bulls though. They did put in a very I guess I could say aggressive ass whooping because everybody came out with no regard for human life and wanting to hurt each other. And that's exactly what happened. The Lakers just got the worst end of it. And they kicked AD out for tying his shoes. Like I've never seen somebody get ejected because he had something to say with them starting the game with him tying his shoes. Like, bro, let the man tie his shoes. That'd be I don't know. I ain't seen that one before. I don't know if I'm wrong, but have y'all seen a dude get ejected because he tying his shoes and they start the game without him say something, get kicked out? The hell?
No, normally you're supposed to get like 8 seconds for the player to adjust his equipment because the shoes is part of your uniform, is part of your standard equipment to play basketball because you can't be out there in your socks. So the referee jumped the gun on that, and he probably will be disciplined because AD was within his right to seek a grace period to put on his shoes. But it's hard to stop a fast break when the other team has the ball. So it was a little conflict there, but the game should have been honestly the game should have been stopped. And shout out to HL Kid. What up? What up? What up, homie? Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, salute, man. He fuck with you heavy. I did want to say that dynamic that Dex brought up that is making me like it's almost like I wish you could hit a fast forward button, right? That's how I've been feeling about Klay Thompson injury. But if I could really get that dynamic to where the Ball brothers link back up in LA and something crazy like that happens, and yeah, please hit the like button, y'all. Like, this it's a new format. I'll be honest, I'm not the greatest at what I'm doing right now. I'll just be freestyling. I
Well,
woke
that's
up
why we're
today.
here with you, bro. Me and Flight is here with you
Yeah, I
to
know.
hold you up and work as a fulcrum. So you good. Just keep on rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just kill empty space. That's all you got to remember. Kill empty space.
yeah.
Put
No, I
something there.
appreciate that. I
Yeah. Oh,
appreciate
and
that.
Flight.
Yeah.
What about this right here? Have you noticed and Nico also, have you noticed that anytime the Ball brothers do something good simultaneously, they get a lot of TV time. You know what I'm saying? On the
Yes,
major networks.
listen. I save some of that for later. Dex, I got something lined up. Um,
Yeah,
um, I literally got a whole shit I'm gonna break down today.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. I can't wait.
Hey, y'all
That's
Yes,
not
check out
sir. I
Flight
can't
Sports
wait.
that don't
TV
have
later.
Stephen A. Smith in it. It was and the side we're gonna get into some trouble tonight too, Dex, because
Yeah,
yeah,
it's some stuff brewing right now. It's some
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
brewing. You're right.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to say too much. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? How
hey,
about this? I'll give you a little hint because we probably start up in about another hour or so.
yeah.
It's a I didn't do it, but it was a comparison today. And some of the comparisons might have not have won in a lot of people's favors, but I didn't say this, and I'm gonna have audio clips from the people who said
Yes,
it today,
exactly.
and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yes, sir.
And it didn't come from Stephen A. Smith. We'll leave it there.
No, no,
Say no more.
he's avoiding that collision right there. Stephen A. Smith is trying to avoid it, but he cannot avoid Chicago. And the only reason why Stephen A. Smith is trying to avoid Chicago, not necessarily for Alonzo Ball, it will bring up LeVar Ball, not necessarily that, but he really thinks Chicago is usurping the presence and the notoriety of the New York Knicks. And this right here is irritating Stephen A. Smith to the bone. He has to talk about Chicago because they have a runner for MVP in DeMar DeRozan. So they have to talk about him. But in actuality, if he couldn't talk about Chicago or if he didn't have to, Stephen A. Smith wouldn't.
That's actually factual. I'll be honest. Stephen A. Smith, I don't know exactly when he got that turn of power, but when he got that, things became all about what he wanted. And I noticed that he's very true to the things that he wants and the things that he likes. And if it ain't part of what he want and what he like the way he come at certain players, right, are all based off how he feel about things. It's not even based in whether circumstance, a situation, or another human being's thought process. It's all Stephen A. And I respect him because that's what you should be as somebody as an analyst. But if he completely feels like something is deriving, is basically destroying his ability to enjoy something, he's gonna speak on it. Like, I'll be honest with the Kyrie situation. He been going at Kyrie because he want to see Kyrie play basketball. He want to see the Nets be championship contenders. He want to see the Nets be the juggernaut that we know that they can be. And because that Kyrie, made a decision for himself, now I got to go with you. And I don't like that part about Stephen A. But I do find him to be entertaining. But right now, I don't know. I've kind of been off Stephen A. for about a couple months now. I only check in for certain maybe controversial takes, but I don't know. He comes off as hella selfish. Got rid of Max. We gonna keep it like what it is. And I don't know. He's shit. I don't want to go in too hard on him. I do want to keep it to where speak on the Bulls. We gonna have something for that too. We gonna have streams. We dive into a lot of shit. I gotta save some of those opinions. Um, but I do want to say, yeah, salute Dave James again. I know he's somewhere in here. HO Kid Dex is about on point about everything he talk about. Like, that's one thing that I can commend him for. He come in with some shit that I wasn't even thinking about. He had work and he came in with some shit that hit me out of left field. Meanwhile, I was waiting to do this and I didn't even think about it. So he gave me some video topics for the future. He gave me things to even mock, try to manifest and to recreate in other ways outside of just this. Dex always coming with some shit, man. Um, I do want to say this though. For anybody that just joined, we got Flight Sports TV, All Access Dex in the building.
That's right.
Yeah, we gonna have them here for as long as they can be. If they gotta go, they gotta go. But until then, we gonna cook. And I do want to touch on the Bulls. And we are gonna touch on G3 tonight too. Well, today I should say. We're gonna touch on G3 because he plays again in a couple days. I think on the 20th. And I want to know what we think about what's going on with Jello Ball and how the Swarm are utilizing him and how they're gonna utilize him going forward. Or is this just he's gonna get shit on? I don't know. He got 3 minutes last game. That didn't make me happy at all seeing that. Like I want to know if Dex got any thoughts on that, because that's
Well,
something that should have been a bigger story than what we made it.
well, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you want the most accurate and the most intense and intimate content on Jello, you probably have to go to Ball Facts. After Ball
Yeah.
Facts, you check with AB the Hero, because Ball Facts has the direct line, the direct pipe to LiAngelo Ball. Nobody else had that except his brothers and the people that's associated with him, and of course, his dad. But outside of actual BBB family and BBB click, you probably have to go to Ball Facts to get all the inside on Jello, the stuff you would never hear from anybody else.
You say that. Hey, I might get. Look, I'm putting this energy in the universe. We gonna have Ball Facts on here, and he gonna share some inside stuff. And I ain't saying nothing crazy, nothing, nothing incriminating. We gonna use that term, but it's gonna be something that allows us to look forward to something, and allows us to understand what's going forward in life as far as what we need from. Well, I wouldn't say what we need from this family, but what we want to see from them. Because for me right now, I'm not happy looking at Jello play 3 minutes, and we know the kind of hooper he is. I've been saying he better than James Booknight. That's just me keeping it real. I've been saying that since day one, and people been laughing at me, right? I remember when Dex was talking about the Cash App when I brought it up, and he said that's a hot take. And even with Jalen Green, I didn't think it's a hot take. That's just a fact to me. Jello better than them boys. And it ain't no way I should see a Booknight playing 40 minutes and Jello playing three of those, three of 48 minutes. The hell? 10-man rotation off the bench. He's the 10th man and he got 3 minutes. Everybody else got over 10. Ain't no way. Something's wrong. So, we gonna talk about that. And I do want to
Exactly.
know.
So,
Yeah, I do want to know what you
like,
think about that.
yeah, well, like when you like for the inside, I mean, Ball Facts can give you exactly what Jello's thinking because he has direct plug with Jello. I'm talking about a real direct plug, like FaceTime type plug. You follow what I'm saying? But if you want to know, like, kind of like the insides of how the inner working of the politics work, I mean, hoop to me, hoop jargon is a man for that. You feel me? Because he done been through it. I mean, he actually been through it, so he knows a lot about the insides and outside of the politics and the chain of command and the protocols and the hierarchy when it comes to dealing with draft players, when it comes to dealing with players coming from overseas. You know what I'm saying? Who has the first right of refusal and things of that nature. I believe he's more educated and more informed as far as that aspect of it. Now, to me, just for the history that I know of LiAngelo and information based on the information I know of LiAngelo, it's like they really want him to start from the back of the line. Even though he has purged his way to the forefront in his first game in Summer League, well, let's go back further than that. When he was in training camp with Melo and the way he was playing against those guys and how the big baller was sharing with me personally that like LaMelo was sharing with him that LiAngelo was like, he haven't missed a beat, Dad. It's crazy that, what I'm saying, he up here cooking these guys. And I was kind of skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Big Baller was embellishing a little bit. I was like, "Come on, Big Baller, for real." LiAngelo ain't really been doing that. And you're like, "No, no, no." LiAngelo been working out. He just ain't been, bumping and grinding with nobody like physically, but he been working out and blah 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 blah. You follow what I'm saying? And so then when it gets to Summer League, I actually see it up close. I was like, "Ooh." Big Baller was right because I'm looking at how he moved. I'm looking at his awareness, how he's alert. I'm looking at his IQ level of what he should be doing. Yes, he was a little slower than what I expected when it comes to switching You follow what I'm saying? And that's identifying the defense that they're running. He might have been a little tad bit slower on that, and that's normal. You follow what I'm saying? All rookies are slow when it comes to that aspect of the basketball game. But as far as him running up and down the court, he had a lot of juice. He had a lot of speed. So I was like, wow, you know what I mean? The big baller's right. And then he hit that 16 points. So we like, dude, league him. He ready. You follow what I'm saying? And then after that, we start to see a tail off. And that was seen by kind of design, not so much of Jello, but by okay, we can't let this walk-on guy just steal the spotlight on people that we took time and we put money, we put energy into drafting them. We need to get them up here because we need a return on our money. Remember, I said a long time ago on Flight Sports TV, nobody made money off Jello because he didn't come through the vicissitudes of the NBA protocol system like anybody else. So he just came through because of LaMelo. So nobody made no money off him. So now let's get him back to the line, into the line, and let's funnel him through the G League, and let's create some revenue for his play in the G League. But it's something else that what I don't understand is why he's not getting the playing time that I know he duly deserved. Then he gets to the G League, and then Jello has this first game where he have 22 points or 24 points. Like, dude, something's not right. How come every time he gets a jump start, he outshines whoever's on the court with him amongst his teammates? I mean, JT Thor had 34, but that 34 was, it wasn't something that could just translate to the league. A lot of oops, a lot of lazy defense for Birmingham. So he get a lot of out, what I'm saying? He's pulling up from 3-point. We know JT Thor is not going to do that if he ever get leagued. You follow what I'm saying? But what Jello did can translate to the league. It's plug and play with him, and it's sad to see that the Charlotte Swarm is not utilizing that. And the only reason why I think is because maybe they playing chess and maybe we are playing checkers. Maybe they trying to suffocate Jello so he don't get so much notoriety, so they can squeak him in when they want to squeak him in, and they won't be forced, and it'd be more strategic than pressure. That's the only thing I can think what the Charlotte Hornet organization is trying to do with LiAngelo Ball is bring him along the way they want to bring him along, with the speed they want to bring him along, as well as nourish their draft picks with Kai Jones and Book Knight, and then your Xavier Sneeds and et cetera, Scotty Lewis and et cetera, because Scotty Lewis is a clutch client. So if you know Scotty Lewis is a clutch client, there's going to be hard pressing hell that Jello get more rep than a person like a Scotty Lewis who's a clutch client. And I don't know if Book Knight is CAA, but if Book Knight is CAA, damn sure he can't get no pub over Book Knight if Book Knight is a CAA client. So you have to look at the ins and outs, and I believe Hoop Jargon is more qualified than me to explain the ins and outs when it comes to professional basketball.
I appreciate that. I do need to build some rapport with Hoop Jargon because he does understand the ins and outs. And from what you explained to me, we'll go from what you said because I can't speak from the ins and out perspective. Just from a pure outside perspective looking in, I can say somebody did mention LiAngelo is a bargaining tool. I do believe that to an extent, but he also is a very good basketball player. And I do understand that, they do got a lottery pick and another first round pick and Scotty Lewis. But at what point do they think that they're not gonna burn their fans? Like, I don't know if they're thinking about the backlash coming with this, because we already been rabid in the comment sections everywhere. Everywhere the Swarm is advertised, it's nothing but Jello. At what point how do we show them that we don't give a fuck about what they're trying to do? They need to do this the right way as far as what we think. Because I would say personally, once people start buying them tickets, they're gonna realize that ain't nobody trying to see Book Knight turn the ball over 4 or 5 times with 3 minutes left on the clock and lose the game as usual. And Kai Jones, come out playing like a point center. Getting boards, going 90 feet with the ball as a center again, and doing a dunk. Like, that's cool and all, but Jello has such a star power, such an ability to wow the crowd from simple play. He just do the right things. He not trying to wow you. Melo is the dude that's gonna wow you, but he'll make somebody shit their pants on the court. That's what you're gonna get from Melo. But Jello just coming out there hooping, and he still can draw a buzz, a wow, and
And
that can't. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? That there lies the problem. Because like I keep saying, he is a basically a walk-on from out the YMCA gym. And if it wasn't for his celebrity, no way would he be getting these opportunities like this. No way. So here you got guys that came through the proper channels of the NBA, and of course, it's a system. You follow what I'm saying? It's the way they run the system. These guys come through the way they run the system.
Salute
Jello
Ray,
didn't
by the
come
way.
that way.
Appreciate you, Ray.
Yeah,
But yeah, continue, Red Dex.
yeah. Jello didn't come through that way. He came through the back door, and it was okay until they found out he was really good. That's where everybody is up in arms, and these board of governors are got their panties tied in a bunch. You follow what I'm saying? They got Murphys. You know what Murphys is? They got
Yeah,
Murphys because this dude is really good, and not only is he good, Nico, his box office. Wow, all they see on Jello is money bags. That money bag emoji, when they see him and the crowd reacts to him, all they see is money. And it's not just the actual NBA. There's people that are associated with the NBA, that the NBA funnel certain players to certain sponsorship to keep the money going into the NBA. You follow what I'm saying? Say a book night. Let's
yeah,
just use book night since we're on the swarm. Say a book night just came out of college and he was just elite superstar, right? Okay,
yeah,
they get him right, and then they funnel him through who? Nike. Nike's on the freaking uniforms. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Not Puma, not Adidas. If they go that way, cool. But most of the advisors that's really solidly connected to the NBA is going to try to funnel as many kids they can through Nike, Nabisco, or whoever. Like, say for instance, those names that's on the stadium.
yeah,
Like different cities have sponsors on their stadiums. They try to funnel them through those people because they're connected to the NBA. They're not NBA, but they're connected to the NBA. So they're giving money to the NBA because they're sponsoring stadiums and et cetera, et cetera. So it's all this like this recycled talent coming through from college, coming through from overseas, coming to the NBA. Where did Jello come in from? From Jado Hills, from his dad and his brother.
doing push-ups.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to sign, or nobody got a percentage of what. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's what I said. Nobody made money off Jello. I just didn't go into details, but nobody made money off Jello, and that can't happen when you got a industry that you're trying to get into that's worth damn near $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
when Jello plays, everybody get up in arm. We had a live stream on Flight Sports TV where I'm sitting up there talking to Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton is from the Sacramento Kings. Tyrese Halliburton is talking to Alvin Gentry. And Luke Walton is listening. Luke Walton is not conversating. He's just reacting to what's being said, right? And I'm recording. Tyrese Halliburton sitting right next to his girlfriend, got a nice little cute snow bunny for y'all who don't know.
yeah,
And she's from Iowa because I talked to her a little bit, and she's from Iowa also. So he met, I assume he met her through college since he was at Iowa State. But nevertheless, he was telling and pointing out to Alvin Gentry, who happened to coach Lonzo Ball his first year as a New Orleans Pelicans, that everything Jello was doing, the crowd was going nuts. That's how he said it. And I'm more verbatim than paraphrasing. He said, "Look at him." He told Alvin, he said, "Al, look at him, man. Everything this dude, they going nuts." Now here's Halliburton, who was a superstar at his college, at his university in Iowa State. There was no bigger person in Iowa State than Tyrese Halliburton when he was in college. Correct? So he knows how crowd reacts to the people they like, right? But what is different between how crowd reacted when Tyrese Halliburton did anything in college? That was their college. They're supposed to act that way. That was Iowa State. You follow what I'm saying? And those are the students and everybody connected to Iowa State. They're supposed to act that way. But if you go outside Iowa State, ain't nobody cheering, hollering for Tyrese Halliburton like that. You feel
I
me?
don't even know who he is
He's a
to an
point guard for the
extent.
Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, like I know him, but it's like shit. Other than that, other than his name, who is this guy?
So if Tyrese Halliburton, a superstar on his college team and a star in college basketball. You understand what I'm saying? So if he's a star in college, star in the draft, he's a superstar on his college basketball team. He knows the fanfare that comes along with stardom and superstardom. But when you got fanfare from people all over, not just Chino Hills, not just California, not just the West Coast, not just the Midwest, not just the East Coast, not just United States, but all over the freaking world. Think about this. People travel. That was the hottest ticket in Vegas, the summer league game with the Charlotte Hornets. And they was playing early. And that was by design because they should have been a marquee game, but since Jello is so much, the tickets, I even showed that these tickets have fire next to them, right? And anytime you're in Vegas and they have a fire emoji next to an event, that means celebrities, everybody is trying to get tickets, and tickets are going to go out. And once they go out, they're done. So they give you, you know what I'm saying? They give the common people like myself an opportunity to buy these tickets before corporations and everybody else buy them up. So they put the fire emoji there. Now, that fire emoji there was for the first two games. After the first two games, the fire emoji left, and subsequently, Jello performance faded as well. So I don't know if that was in connection with that or not. But nevertheless, he was a main attraction in Summer League. And when these board of governors and these scouts and all these people who missed out on Jello and didn't invite him to their camp, they're pissed. You feel me? Heads get to rolling because all they see is money escaping their pocketbooks by allowing this man to seep through the cracks and unite with his brother in Charlotte. And you telling me all these professional scouts don't know that this guy is this good? And we have to wait till Summer League on national TV, ESPN, TNT, the NBA TV. We have to wait till that to see who this guy is. Who is my scout leader? You're freaking fired, dude. You're going to kill me if this continues. That's your job, to find talent. And all talent don't come through the draft.
That's a fact. Dex, let me go ahead and introduce Slim in here. Go ahead and, for the people that don't know, you introduce yourself to the panel and to the stream.
All right, what's up, y'all? It's Slim Kenhu. I was the one that wrote that Jello is bargaining to, and I want to kind of explain that. And what I mean by that is I feel like they're using Jello as a bargaining tool for LaMelo to sign his rookie extension. That's what I mean by that. There is no reason why LiAngelo Ball shouldn't be in the league at all. I mean, it's not his talent. It's not because he stole those glasses, 3-4 years ago from China. I mean, we as fans of LiAngelo Ball want to see him play. We want to see him get minutes with the Swarm, and for whatever reason, that's not happening. And a part of it, I don't have any facts or no sources or nothing like that, but I'm just going off what I think. And a part of that is because of the BBB brand. And I kind of got cussed out on Pope Show for saying my thoughts about the BBB brand. He cussed me out because, no, nigga, you need and I was like, bro, I'm telling you, they're not going to allow Jello to get free advertisement and promotion for the BBB brand on the NBA stage. And I got my head bit off. And as you can see, he's not wearing that shit no more on the
Wait,
stage.
bro. That's not true. That's not true.
Go ahead, Dick.
That's not true.
I'm listening.
Yeah, he still wear it. And Lonzo still wear it. That's not true. The only person that actually really don't.
Hold on. I'm not saying that they don't wear the brand. I'm just saying they don't wear it on the BBB floor as like their hoop and shoe. sneakers.
NBA
They don't
team.
Oh,
wear
okay.
BBC sneakers on the floor
Oh, okay.
because, like I said, it's free advertisement, it's free promotion for the BBB brand that generates revenue and dollars to the brand. And I think what LeVar did was brilliant, and nobody else could do what he did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just as a businessman, what he changed, like he put a ripple in the algorithm of like how to come into the league of the NBA brand. I mean, into the NBA. Like he changed a whole lot of things, especially when it comes to advertisement and promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to get these thoughts off, if y'all let me. With the BBB brand, only one other brand has done what they've done, and that's the Jordan brand. No other name another brand that people get up at 8 o'clock in the morning for and stand in lines for to go buy merchandise. It's only the Jordan brand, right? Can y'all
I
name
mean,
any other brand? What other brand that
it's
does this?
out
I'm
here.
not saying that. I'm not saying that BBB does it on the Jordan as much as Jordan or much revenue, but like when at its height, they had lines and lines of people
Exactly. Right.
standing around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Waiting
Not
on
only in
waiting on
America,
their
in other
product,
countries.
and across the world, right? And look at what LeVar did. He did it without having stores all around the United States. He did it without having all this overhead with employees,
That's right.
buildings, customers. That's what he did, and that's why the Nike brands, the Puma brands, the Adidas, and everybody else was like, "Oh, hold on," and and let me give you some numbers real quick. That balling in the shots, balling in the what was it? Balling in the what?
You talking about the show?
No. The shirt that he had, the Charlotte shirt, balling in the city or whatever he had, right?
Oh, Buzz, Buzz,
Buzz. Yeah,
Buzz.
yeah.
But buzzing in the city, right? That shirt sold for $50 online, right? Let me show how easy it is to make some money. If 10,000 people lined up around the corner and bought that shirt from LeVar Ball, he made $500,000.
That's right.
That easy. That easy. And people be online talking about how his shit looks like from the swamp meat and all that other
Right.
shit. It looks all, but look how
Damn.
much money that this nigga done made in what, 3 hours, $500,000
You cutting out a little bit.
do that time seven, get it in his height around, uh, in a 7 day work week, and he's done this around the world. The BBB brand. That's why I think Leangelo in the league because of the
Is
brand,
that
because
me
he
cutting out or is
continues
that
to
you?
rep it. Uh,
No, that's him.
it's
Okay.
probably me. I'm driving. I'm driving right now, so I apologize. But
And salute
I
A1,
think
by the way.
you.
Oh yeah, he is cutting out. All right.
Yeah, okay, we'll get back with him. When you get back on, bro, chime back in. We love to hear
Yeah.
what you're saying. But yeah, what he's speaking is nothing but facts. I mean, as far as that level, yes. But as far as the brothers wearing the brand, the only person I don't never see in the brand is Melo. But
Yeah.
Leandro and Lonzo, yes, they wear a certain aspect of the brand. They might not wear every single thing BBB from head to toe, but they wear certain aspects of the brand. And yeah, he's very right far as shirts and stuff like that. You got online, blah 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 blah. It's just entrepreneurship. But I want to share with the brother if he can still hear. Wherever LeVar went, whether he was at the Swarm, whether he was in Charlotte, I mean, yeah, Charlotte Hornets game or in Chicago game, he wore BBB and the camera was on him a lot of times during those games. It also when the Bulls played the Clippers, he was in the house and the camera was on him a whole lot of time, and he was wearing a BBB bucket hat and things of that nature. So whatever he wears, he knows. See, he knows that the camera's going to be on him, so he's going to always have his BBB on. And then once you see it, if it's something that you like, you're going straight to the website to see if that's available.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I said that is to say this: they still promoting BBB. You follow what I'm saying? as long as they show LeVar Ball wearing BBB in the crowd, then they actually still promoting it because that's like a free commercial, and that's on a grand scale. So he knows exactly what he's doing when he goes to these games. And then when they interview like LaMelo or they interview Lonzo, he's right there. Like one time they interviewed Lonzo, he was right there. And then in the Chicago game, I think when they played the Pelicans, they gave LeVar Ball a solo interview, and he was BBB head to toe. So he's getting his product out there. He's getting visibility on his product. He's getting eyes on his product. It might not be on the kid's feet, but when he's in there, hey, there we go.
At this point, I don't think LeVar wears anything other than BBB, and respect to him for that. That's your family brand. Like for him to put on that much to where he don't wear nothing but BBB. Like if I had my own brand, I'd do the same thing. He literally just is. He's living the personification of what everybody wants to create in the world. They go out into the world and they own shoes, they own shorts, they own socks. Probably got drawers too. They own shirts, bucket hats, snapbacks, shades, race car tires. Like, come on, he doing it all. Like LeVar Ball is touching everything when it comes to BBB. And I did want to address as far as brands wrapping around the store. That's some high level shit. I don't know the street out here, but you probably do, Dex. The little street with all the little high end brands and have people waiting outside
Melrose.
for. Yeah, see, yeah, one of those type
Oh,
streets that we
you
have
talking
down
about?
here.
Oh, you talking about the high end brand, like a
Yeah,
$1,000 for a T-shirt? Oh,
and they
that's
have
Rodale
people.
Drive.
Yeah, Rodale, where they have people around the corners, and that's
Yeah,
the
that's
that's the
Rodale
kind of.
Drive.
Yeah, that's the literal only place that you can get that kind of energy. And LeVar Ball, and the thing is, they do that shit with prior notice. LeVar Ball came with pop-up shops. They just put out a bat signal. We selling today, and people will come through, and they bought almost everything every time. So the kind of dedication that they have for that brand, and kind of love and appreciation, um, I've always given LeVar Ball the credit. I never thought that was fake. I never thought it was staged. I'm like, nah, if people feel how I feel, and then when they see this dude and his family, this is only right. You couldn't wait to do something like that. You couldn't wait to cop a shirt. And I seen shout out to Hoop Jargon. I seen Hoop Jargon show off his BBB denim sandals. When I seen that, it's no telling. Like, let's say if he didn't have any BBB merchandise before that, but when he seen that, he said, "I gotta cop." That's the thing that made me. I have to cop it. It's a couple things I want to copy. I just, a little down bad right now. But I mean, I fuck with the brand, the family. LeVar Ball, he's very power. He has a very powerful presence to where, and not only do I want to support the ideas, it's fashionable enough, and it's something I'm invested in emotionally. So from that point on, I do also want to address the children wearing it. Yeah, they wear it. It's not that they don't want to wear it on the courts. The NBA has made restrictions. That's an NBA thing. It's not like they decided like, I just can't do this no more. Well, I wouldn't say can't, but I won't do this anymore. I don't want to rep the brand. Nah, the NBA has certain restrictions on the shit that you can advertise on their cameras. And when they do advertise LeVar Ball, they gonna have to you gonna always catch him dripped in BBB. It's gonna look like you dunked him in BBB head to toe, and you ain't gonna ever not see him in that. And that's not only for promotion, but that's just the way that's his cloth. That's how he gonna ride. He gonna go out with something that he brought to the earth that shit, it got me and it got all y'all in here. So clearly he did something right. Um
And also,
I,
yeah, LeVar has a lot of, of course, with his own brand, he have a lot of exclusive stuff that he don't even sell. It just for him exclusive. You might see him in
yeah.
something like, say, for instance, if you're riding around Orange County somewhere and you see LeVar in Anaheim doing something, he will have BBB on, but the BBB he has on, you won't be able to cop it because it's just a one and done. It's just exclusive. But it's just like you say, get your eyes on it and then make you go to the website to see if you can find that merchandise. And if you can't find it, maybe you might get something different. But let me tell you my BBB story. Let me tell you mine. I was up in Chicago and, I was at the JVA watching Kings O'Brown. You know, he was a high school phenom at one time before he had his mental issues,
Oh
and he was playing for the
yeah, I know
Chicago
you talking about.
Ballers.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
playing
I
for
know
the
you talking
Chicago
about.
Ballers, and that was Lonzo personal recruit. That's a behind the scenes story. That was Lonzo personal recruit. He personally recruited Kinzo to come to the JBA tryouts. You follow what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I seen a pop up shop, and when I noticed a pop up shop, I was like, "There's a lot of kids here. Where these kids get all this freaking money?" You know what I'm saying? Here we are at a JBA game, and we got a bunch of kids standing in line, like they at a concession stand, ready for Allen to open up the shop and shake Big Baller's hand and buy product and merchandise and merch.
Facts.
And so I went in, I bought my merch and everything, and I was on my way to the Bahamas that a few months after that game in Chicago. So when I went to the Bahamas, I wore my Big Baller Brand shirt. And man, I didn't even realize the people over there was familiar with it, right? Because all they was asking me, how do I get that shirt? Where did I get it from? What store? And I was like, oh, no, I bought this over from America. You follow what I'm saying? Because they didn't really know the boys, but they knew LeVar. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't know too much. They didn't know no Lonzo. They didn't know no Melo. They didn't know no Leangelo, but they knew LeVar. And I thought that was pretty amazing. So that was one story. Then once I saw that BBB racing jacket, man, I had to cop that, dude. Once I seen it in person and felt the material, bought it right off the rack. You follow what I'm saying? And
That
got it
brand
and
is
got
alive and well and thriving, bro. For real.
So those are my BBB stories as far as seeing people clamor over the brand is and most of these kids was a lot of them was some Hispanic and white kids. You had some black kids too, but it was just amazing how they got in line and was spending nice sums of money for that merch, and they was shaking LeVar hand and taking pictures, and the rest is history. So Nico, I got to jump back off. It's time for me to get off my break. So peace out to you brothers, and much success to your live stream. And I'll probably be on later at flights.
Daddy disconnect.
I think so. But
Yeah.
I didn't mean to really get off topic, but I really want to
No,
touch
you
on
good.
what he.
Let me bring you back and say, hey, Slim back. He gonna pick back up on his soliloquy and what he was saying. But continue.
With Jello, like I said, man, I think he's a bargaining too for the Charlotte Hornets, especially with LaMelo, because around this time last year the Hornets was the fourth seed, and I think now they hovering around what the seventh, eighth, ninth, and tenth seed, right?
Yeah.
And they really didn't even change nothing in the offseason but add Mason Plumlee and Kelly Oubre, if I'm not mistaken. And to me, LaMelo's doing all he can to win this team. I'll make this team win or whatever. I think last game he grabbed like 17 rebounds. Only had like what 11 points, I think. No, I don't think he had 9 points, right?
No, I think he had 12, 9 assists, and 17 boards. Or if you're
Yeah,
talking about that
17
game.
boys, right? And my opinion is Mason Plumlee and Gordon Hayward don't fit the Charlotte Hornets. I'm sorry, they don't. And I believe, and I said, and it's my personal opinion that they might miss the playoffs because of them too. Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges, and LaMelo Ball are the engine to this team, and they are making them go. And Jello as a bargaining tool, if they miss the playoffs this year, and Melo's unhappy because of the way his minutes is being ran, the way that they losing, all this other shit. I think that Charlotte Hornets will come to him and be like,
Salute
"Yo,
Dex.
if you want, if you don't want to sign your rookie extension, we'll bring Jello up and we'll give him a contract if you sign your rookie extension." I think that's how that'll go. Just my thoughts, though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna mute my mic though, bro. I'll
I
let you
was gonna
cook up.
ask you something.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So right now it's a couple theories floating around. It's people that say that the Hornets right now, well Swarm specifically, are in a situation where they're either holding Jello back, and it's another situation where people are saying they know what they got from Jello and they want to bring him up to the main roster, but they got to do it a little more organically. What are your thoughts on those theories, or do
Both
you
are
have a
true.
theory of your own?
No. Both are true. They are holding him back, and they do know what he has. Look at what he did in the summer league, and look at what he did his first game of the G League game. Both outstanding performances by LiAngelo. You couldn't. It's undeniable. I mean, he's better than every single player on the Swarm, in my opinion. Thor can cook, but he's unorthodox. I mean, his 34 points didn't really amount to nothing. They amount to a loss. Like if that's your leading scorer and he's leading your team, then why ain't y'all winning more? Where's the system at? With the Swarm. It seems like every time they put LiAngelo in the game, great things happen. He brings them back. The lead diminishes. You know what I mean? So of
Yeah,
course they know what he has. He's been working out for the last 3 years with his brothers in the off season. I mean, anybody with basketball IQ and a good set of 2020 vision, or maybe 2030 vision, who knows, can see that LiAngelo can play. I mean, god dang, like this man moves without the ball. He plays hard defense. He's spraying dudes out there with his 3-point shot is wet. I mean, what is he shooting from 3-point range? Over 50%, maybe. Like
if it ain't over 50, it's over 40, and which is
yeah,
still better than most people.
it's crazy that this man ain't got no shot yet. If they giving him the hard knock treatment, then okay, I get it. Like he hasn't put in his work. They got to make money off of him. Whatever. Like, is it the China incident? Is it the BBB brand? What is it to why he's not getting a fair shot? You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but he deserves it. I mean, you can't tell me that the Houston Rockets don't need LiAngelo Ball, the Phoenix Suns.
53% from three.
Yeah, exactly. You can't tell me that these teams don't need a shooter, a defensive player, somebody, a six man. Come on, man. Come on. Somebody
I
need
guess I'll
Jello
get a
out
little
there.
deep into it.
I
I've
mean,
been holding back a little bit, but
these are all valid points to why he should be out there or he should be signed already. I mean, to me, he should be already signed. Forget the G League, forget going overseas, forget all of that, man. Get this man a fair shot. Who gives a fuck about he didn't pay his dues or he's been brought up too fast. Like forget all of that, man. Get this man his just due. Like y'all didn't draft him when he entered the draft. Y'all didn't give him a fair shot. The Lakers didn't give him a fair shot. Detroit didn't give him a fair shot. Like, come on, man. Now he's with the Swarm and he ain't getting but 3 minutes a game. He got his they I mean,
that's just fucked up.
God, yeah, man, it's crazy when they get Jello his just due. Man, you know that man can hoop. I mean, I can see. I mean, anybody can see that. They know what they got. That's why Mitch Kupchak and Coach James Borrego couldn't even hold back their smile when they was asked from reporters, "What do y'all think about LiAngelo Ball?" Oh yeah, we got something there, but we gonna hold him back. We gonna
Yeah,
fumble him. We gonna juggle him around. To me, he's being juggled. If I was LiAngelo, if another team called me, I'd be like, man, look, LaMelo, we'll meet up later on, bro. But I gotta go make some money, bro. You know what I'm saying? We'll meet up sometime. But to me, in my
yeah,
opinion, if they miss the playoffs and LaMelo is unhappy because they're not losing LaMelo Ball, if they do, that's their future. We got to make him happy. So look, LaMelo, sign your rookie extension, and we'll give LiAngelo a contract. But him playing on the NBA court this year, I don't see it happening. I just don't. You can already tell that they fumbling his minutes around for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel that. I guess how I can piggyback off that is saying I'll tell y'all like this again. I was in post stream, right? And
Oh shit.
I decided to, I decided to get a little deep with it. No, Pope he be letting me cook in there. I
Oh,
got a
okay.
little deep with it, right? And man, I'm gonna call it like what it is. It's the Hunger Games right now. So
Meaning,
for anybody
meaning
that's
what?
seen the Hunger Games, y'all have to understand that they had certain stakes and certain players and certain people they've been watching for a long time. It broke down a whole bigger society of people that actually control everything that they got going on. They don't even know why they're in this world. But difference is Jello Ball came through a canal that he was like, we look, let's be real. Everybody's seen the little Slam magazine video of LiAngelo Ball. He was in his own house doing push-ups. And then next month, he was out there getting ready to play NBA basketball. From his home theater to NBA basketball. He didn't go to NCAA. He didn't start in the G League. He didn't start in the path that everybody knows you typically have to take. He's not overseas. And then when he was, they were already shitting on him. Let's be real. Like, hold on, let me go even further back before we get into the Hunger Games completely. So he did play overseas. He did play well overseas. But when it came to Jello Ball, all they always brought up was his competition. They said, oh, he'd never be able to do that in the NBA. Oh, he's trying to play in the post. He's just a fat dude trying to post people up at 6'4" and this and that. I'm thinking to myself, like, is that all y'all see when y'all cut his highlights on? Really? Is that all y'all see? Like, you don't see the jumper is butter. It's but hot knife butter, smooth. The way that he runs the floor on every rebound. I ain't gonna say Jello the fastest man in the world, but if you see him on a rebound and he out running, he gonna wow you every time because he gone. They gonna say his foot speed ain't quick. Check that man on a rebound, 100 miles per hour, gone. So just little small things in basketball that you need to be a successful player, he possesses. So even if he has a deficiency in other areas, he makes up for it in another area. The basketball IQ, the basketball acumen, the way that he perceives the game. He knows what to do in situations. He knows when to take a shot, when not to take a shot. If they're in a close game, Jello Ball will lead you to victory. He's a great player. And let me put this up here. He's better than a lot of NBA players. Not some, a lot. Because we watch dumbass players all right, I don't want to do it, but and don't crucify me. Look, it's gonna be controversial. But I would take Langelo Ball over Terry Rozier. That's just me.
Facts. I
That's
would too. I
that's
would
just
too.
me.
I'm not finna act like Terry Rozier wasn't coming off the bench behind Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't done nothing special. I don't like him as LaMelo's number 2 or 1 or whatever. To me, he's a defensive
Yeah,
liability. But go ahead.
yeah. I would take Jello over Terry Rozier right now. If we said we could trade Terry Rozier to get a pick, and I could bring Jello Ball up to play my shooting guard, I'm doing it without a hesitation. I'm signing papers within the second. I'm hearing a suggestion, right? As a whoever controls the way that the team works. I'm hearing a suggestion. I'm already signing the paper mid sentence to get that going. If I'm anybody with a brain in a position to make this happen. But they've been slighting Jello for so long that you have to understand the hesitancy around his basketball ability is kind of diminishing, but it still wasn't done in a proper way because he did the things properly. He was the next up. After Zoe was gone, Jello was already at UCLA. We seen him. You can see so many Jello practice footage. You can see him doing a step back. You can see him working on his handles. You can see him doing everything. You can see him dunking. We have that in spotty footage of Jello getting some type of UCLA play. You got him at Venice Beach whenever they did that. He did the proper shit. So he played his first game in a UCLA jersey. Like, let's be real, Jello has a UCLA jersey. I don't know if he burnt it or put in the trash by now, but we have a ball and with Jello jersey. So he went on the correct path. But people always seen him as just a fat dude that shot threes and post people up. So he cut the weight down. Jello right now is in the best shape of his life. He's no longer trying to be a hefty 250 big body. Jello right now probably about 225, 230. Which for him is great considering how muscle bound he is. Good shape, good lift on the jumper, good ability, good first step quickness. Like I'm not gonna say he's the fastest guy dribbling the ball. But his first step is not anything to sleep on. But let's jump back into let's go Lithuania first. He went out there averaged 14 points a game, shot 40% from three, and the team won probably 2 games, if any. Because I'm not gonna pretend like I know it 50. I'm gonna say 100% like what it was at that time. But the team was a losing team, is what I'm getting at. And the footage that people seen, which was his best footage, was the BBB games. And anything surrounded around BBB, people try to make a joke of. Even though we have a lot of fans, the people that show up and provide perception are the fucking haters. And that's and that's the unfortunate part about reality. It's not enough good people in positions as it is haters and bitch ass people in positions. And the way that they steered a narrative about Jello was he only looks good in the BBB uh showcase games. And he dropped 72 against 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds. What? Y'all gonna knock him? Like, we're not gonna look at the way he got 72 and the things that he did well. We just gonna bring up the fact that it was against 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Okay, so I go from that point on, and I'm like, okay, so they're basically about to play Jello. He declared for the draft after that. He came back. He worked out. We got the Jello. What was that? I don't know what to call it. He was at some training camp though. It's still before his ankle was fixed. So he was at training camp. He did the combine workouts. He did everything to take the proper canals through the NBA. And all you got from that was trash. People just kept saying Jello trash, Jello trash, Jello trash. Okay, cool. But from that point on, we're gonna fast forward to the NBA Summer League. The first game, everybody was expecting to say Jello trash. He showed you that I could hoop with anybody and do all the right things. But all it took was a tweak of the arena he played in for people's perception to change. And right now, the perception changed so fast and people were so invested in his stock in the NBA that the people who scouted him and everybody that, like Jack said, you're fired. Because everybody kept saying this man is trash. He's worthless. And he's a lazy player. He don't got foot speed. He don't got this and that. But he showed his first game that he's better than the majority of players that have ever touched a basketball. And right now we're in that dilemma. We're in that current dilemma of basketball where Jello Ball, we figured out that he's a very good player, but the Charlotte Hornets are still trying to ride the wave of and I can't say I do think that they believe they got a good player, but they're still trying to ride the wave of he's just okay, and we still trying to vet him out and see what his abilities are and how we can use him for our team. But I do think kind of we do overreact to an extent, but not really, because he's shown me enough. I already knew that he could play. But now fans who are new fans of him are saying, why am I not seeing enough of this guy right now? Like, why are they still treating him like he's just a dude on the back of the bus that can kind of play basketball? And it's going to be a process where they trying to sell something to you, which is Book Night and shit, Kai Jones, and we're not interested in that. I don't give a fuck how many people show up. We don't want to see them play basketball. And Flight, I do want to ask you,
Yeah,
so
I'm
when are
here
you going
with you.
live? Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I'm
gonna
here.
say, when
You
you
said,
going
am I
live?
going live?
Yeah, when are you?
I don't know yet. Probably like another half hour. I'm just getting a thumbnail together right now.
Okay, no, you good because I'm gonna try to sync it up to where I'm gonna be ending right, probably a couple minutes before, so I can do some shit, probably eat.
Yeah, probably,
And
probably like 7 o'clock, 7:15, the latest.
okay, okay, so all right, y'all. So we got about a good 20 minutes left of this. So I'm gonna finish my little points. We're gonna go over some other shit, and then I'm gonna eat, and we're gonna migrate over to Flight Sports TV. And I'm not saying me and Flight won't ever be live at the same time. It's just I like being on this platform, so that's why I'm doing it like this at this moment for sure.
Right.
Uh, I just wanted to touch on some Jello. I do think that he has a bright future. They just gotta stop fucking him over. And I guess before I get back, um, or before I get off, I do want to touch back on Lonzo Ball and make the case that petty Lonzo Ball is a top 5 point guard. Everything we seen from Lonzo Ball yesterday, let's just change it to speed because we're gonna talk about Jello many times because shit, they gonna still fuck him over next game. I've come to understand that and respect it. It's just we gonna talk about it. We're gonna get on that. So let me make the case again. Lonzo Ball in a revenge game is a top 5 point guard. Name me 4 point guards that have done what Lonzo Ball did yesterday this season. Assists, rebounds, and points. Steph Curry is one. Okay. After Steph Curry, we got what? Ja Morant. Now I'm drawing blanks right now.
Right.
I can't think of nothing right now. Because Damian Lillard, shit, he ain't did this season. And the field goal percentage, bro, everything bottom of the net.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
I'm thinking right now, like I need y'all. LaMelo Ball. Oh man. Oh yeah. Fuck. Okay, all right, Flight. Because we spoke about this before. Is this Lonzo Ball? Like, okay, so we was accepting that Melo is the better. He's better.
Right.
But after last night's performance, is it still a battle, or are we still saying Melo better?
You know, I kind of want to save that for later on because that's why I said I'm gonna get into a lot of trouble this evening. So I was just, I'd rather
Oh, you
hold
good?
on. But you know, my sentiments remain the same as it did over the summer. I'm not sure if you caught me over the summer, but
More the tail end.
I'll say it now. Right now, this is tough. I mean, seriously, LaMelo Ball right now is balling well. But what I will say is this: LaMelo has 11-point games. He has 9-point games, and it goes unnoticed. Nobody pays attention. Nobody's making crazy outlandish statements. But when Lonzo does it, it's just the earth is on fire. You know, we just gotta have the same level of patience. I know it's 5 years, but Lonzo is not out of the. People make it seem like Lonzo is on his way out the league. You know, sometimes the slander gets out of hand. You know, there's like we are okay. He's inconsistent. All right, yeah, we wish he could do this more, but when we get to the point where he's gonna be out the league and his career is on the line, it's like this is retarded now. You know, so what I can say is they're not judged equally as of right now. But
that's a fact.
I'm gonna get in. Today I'm just gonna play some footage and I'm gonna let the footage speak for itself. I didn't say none of this, you know.
Okay.
But not right now. But I mean, today some statements were made today are undisputed, and it kind of validated some claims. But I will say this: this version of Lonzo Ball, nobody's head and shoulders head above him, including LaMelo. Okay, is LaMelo maybe is he better than Lonzo? Yeah, but you're not gonna sit up here and say this dude is just 30 times better. Not this version of Lonzo. If we're gonna get the version of him not playing well, okay, all bets are off. But this version, yeah, this is a problem. And a lot of people gonna have trouble, including Russell Westbrook. So what do you think some of these other guards are gonna do? I'm expecting Lonzo to be, like you said, petty game, revenge zone. I expect him to enact that mode against the Charlotte Hornets as well. He hears all the chirping, you know.
Yeah.
So he's got to just deliver this and do it to LaMelo just to do it. You feel me? So like really just get the upper hand on LaMelo. So that way the matchups are kind of even, you know. But at the end of the day, they're brothers. I do see them playing together later on down the line. But as of right now, you know, my statements remain the same. But it's all about what version of Lonzo. LaMelo is the more consistent. LaMelo has he's just super talented. The dude is one of the best young players in the league. You know, but he has some maturing to do. He has a few more levels to get to as well. LaMelo is nowhere near perfected as a talent.
He's really not, and that's the thing. Like he has so much more polishing to do. I want to say this: LaMelo has potential Lonzo Ball defense capabilities. Let's not pretend that Melo Ball ain't got a big body with the long arms. I seen him poke the ball out of Jordan Poole hands recently, and I noticed, well, damn, his arms are long. I've always known that, but I don't attribute that to his defensive abilities when I really need to. Melo Ball has high defensive capabilities. He already has the IQ, the hand speed, the hand-eye coordination. But as soon as he learns how to sit properly and put the body on people, I think that he can be a top defender in the league. That's just my opinion. He's more of he has to be more of an effort defender. He already has the attributes. Once you put a little weight in the ass, pause.
Right.
He gonna be he gonna be a problem on the defensive end for a little ass Steph Curry. And I do want to jump back on the fact that yes, this version of Zoe. Let me bring Petty Zoe back up because hey, Petty Zoe is a whole different person. We bring Petty Zoe on the floor. I think that it's not one point guard I'm taking over him. Not even Melo. And if I do take Melo, he's gonna be my shooting guard, and they're gonna be they're gonna be combo guards. But at my PG position, I'm taking this version of let me get him screaming into the crowd. Let me bring that up. I'm taking this version of Zoe over any point guard in the league. So we named 3 point guards. We named Steph Curry, LaMelo Ball, and Ja Morant. I don't know anybody else that can really be better than this version of Lonzo Ball. Jump shot buttery. He ran the floor yesterday. He usually always run the floor, but yesterday he was really like, I'm out. Hit me. And not only that, he pulled up in the mid range, pulled up from deep. I'm pretty sure he would have caught a lob, but Zach LaVine, I seen dunked instead of throwing him one. He would have did everything last night. So he has the capabilities to turn this on every game. And I ain't seen nobody name another point guard other than Melo. So at this point, it sounds like Zoe number 3 to me. No, 4. He number 4. And that's top 5 to me. Because I don't know it. Like Chris Paul at this point is not better than this. And this though. Last night, Zoe, Chris Paul ain't better than. Shit, who else is the top point? I ain't gonna front. I'm not trying to be biased right now. I know this can come off a little biased, but shit, I'm not taking Ben Simmons over last night, Zoe. I'm not taking De'Aaron Fox over last night, Zoe. I'm not even taking Lillard. I'm not taking somebody that's hooping right now. I'm not taking Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm not taking Russell Westbrook. Somebody else is eating. Hold on. It's gonna come to me. Are we calling Luka Doncic a point guard, or is he still a small forward? I don't really know. I'm even taking this over Trae Young. And that's just me being honest, because he came with the defense too.
No.
He came with the defense. He gave me Trae Young threes with Lonzo Ball defense yesterday. And he gave you assists. He gave you boards. What more do I need? Bring that back. 8 assists, 7 boards. High shooting percentage with defense. To me, that's top 5.
Right.
If I was gonna go for Trae Young, he'd be number 5. Zoe be number 4.
27 points up.
Yeah,
and I would have Steph, Ja, Melo, Zoe, Trae. Somebody got to dispute me on that.
I like those. I like those players right there.
All right, Devin Fuller. Hold on. Hold on. Are we calling Luka a point guard now? He said Luka with a question mark, but is he still a small forward playing point guard? Or is he a point guard? But Devin Fuller, let me address this tomfoolery real quick. Taking that over 37-point play, like, come on, stop it. Like, it's not happening. We talking about Klay Thompson. And before, hey, look, I want y'all to be aware of this. When we get the date of when Klay Thompson's coming back, I will be going live about Klay Thompson. So definitely tune into that. I might drop a couple tears. It might be a real emotional moment for me because the day of reckoning is coming. It's like when you see in those certain movies when, they have the super ultra religious quotes and the people are just so happy. I don't know if y'all seen Bird Box, but it's going to be glorious. I'm just saying we're going to be looking into the sky. We're going to be thankful. We're going to share appreciation for existence. And we're going to drop tears that Klay Thompson's returning. Because this is going to be death and destruction after that. We talk about the rapture, and it's going to be the day of reckoning. The NBA is gonna be on notice, and hopefully he come back against the Knicks. It'd be double sweet.
That's what you want.
Hey, it's gonna be double sweet. He gonna need and in Madison Square Garden too, because he can get ovation there, and he also can get a dub that means something there.
You're right about that.
Oh man, my bad. I ain't trying to just go at your team real quick, but I'm just saying like I'm wanting to do something glorious. Like I'm trying to see angel wings in the sky as something that's beautiful happens on our planet. It's gonna be something amazing. I don't know if y'all plan on seeing that new Marvel Eternals movie. It's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be a celestial entity in the sky showing appreciation for the game of Klay Thompson. Because y'all been shitting on him for 2 years. And your day of repenting will be on the way. So my bad. I didn't mean to see he brought up Klay Thompson, he put me in a Klay mood, but let me get back on Zoe real quick. Because I'm taking Zoe. He top 5. One of the best point guards in the league. Hopefully he can pick it up against the Trailblazers. They play the Trailblazers next. Shit. I know. Look, Flight finna get out of here and set his shit up in a minute. I want to ask you, is there anything you want to leave off with, Flight? Because I'll just do a monologue from that point on, and I'll get up off because I gotta eat. But
no, not really, man. Just the sky's the limit for these ball boys. Lonzo, he's got a bright future. LaMelo, he's on his progression. Jello, he's gonna get his situation together and everything rectified. But these boys, they'll be around a long time, man. Great talents, and it'll bode well for everyone to get behind each brother. Yeah, some of them do different things other than the other. Some specialize in different facets of the game over the other. But we should just support all of them, because even Lonzo, believe it or not, has a lot of things that you can get behind, and he does a lot of positives. And let's support him. It's Flight Sports. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody.
Salute. I heard it from the one and only the Flight Sports TV, man. He's a business and a man. Oh man, that made me think of that corny ass Jay-Z line.
Yeah.
He not a businessman. He's a businessman.
Right. You can say that, right?
And y'all get to hear him live. He showed up. He been here for hours on and off. But the fact that he dedicated that to me, and he gonna have to do it on his own shit for how long? For 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours.
I'm gonna tell you now. I know you got to eat. I'm gonna eat too. I got some food here too. But I don't know if you know. I got 3 kids, and the oldest one is 3.
Yeah.
I'm in the house right now with 3 kids by myself. There's my girlfriend is at work. You understand? I put my son to sleep. My daughter has just had a bottle. I was feeding her bottle. My son is 3. I'm letting him hang out to maybe 8 o'clock, and I'll put him down. He's not a problem. But so that's why I'm not always at the microphone on scheduled times, and I have to step away sometimes. But I'm always here, and I attend to things like that. So that's what I'm saying. You'll believe it or not, a guy who's doing all of this, doing all of that, I got all of that other stuff happening as well. So it was a trip down. So I try to make it all work, and I refuse to stop.
Yeah, I respect that. Like I need for people to really understand that this is benevolent energy. This is energy of, because I don't know if you're religious, but I'm not even religious either. But the point being, we know good energy. We know godly men. Even if you don't claim it, your energy speaks for itself.
Yeah, right. You're right about that.
And that's something that as people we have to cling to, we have to respect, and we have to share to the world. Because again, I'm not going to ever come in here preaching to y'all, but I will tell you that good people are few and far apart. And I'm glad you said that, Corrupt. He is changing the YouTube game. He making people adjust. He making, and people ahead of him that he making adjust. They trying to come. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't ever in my life seen this many bigger creators come with the live streams like this.
Right. Like
but
what
now
you
they
mean?
come.
Like what you mean?
As far as the on the StreamYard, the panels, I ain't seen that for the past years. I've been supporting a lot of people.
Right.
But only recently, like throughout this year, like it's very recent is what I'm saying. I've seen people start and go with the panels, the live streams, the having the guest on, shit like that. And I'm
Right.
gonna give that to you because you've been doing this and you've been trying to be open to everybody.
You're right.
You're not looking at this shit like I gotta burn this nigga down because I don't need him to take my fans and do this and that.
No,
On some gatekeeping. I
no,
don't.
that's not what I want to do. I feel like I'm just like y'all. So it's like I rose amongst everybody. Like I was in the chat. I wasn't in the chat like y'all, but I used to
Yeah.
watch, and listen to everybody, and then I just started making videos, and I just wanted to make sure, if hopefully God willing, I was able to get up there. I would try to help other people make it easier for other people, a better transition, and just like I said, just a dude that you could go to. I want to be that, for real right people, So that's what I want. That's what I want to do. I'm here to help you. Whatever I can do to help. I don't give a damn. Outshine me on my own show. That's my slogan. Because if we all firing on all cylinders, the shit is gonna be magical. Sometimes people want all of the look. They want all the shine. Me, I don't really give a fuck about all that. Excuse me. But I'm just saying I don't really care about that. Just to shine in the limelight. I'll let someone else have that. You understand? So we're just trying to keep this thing moving, and I want to support you, Nico. Anything you do, I want to see you get to the top. I want to see you just keep growing and growing and growing. Your popularity and whatever we can do to help you at the channel, because it's for everyone. It's not including myself. It's everybody. It's a channel for everyone. So everybody's a part of it. Everybody's got a hand in it. So we appreciate everybody. And Nico, you got a bright future, man. Just like you said, stay solid as best you can. As you rise, people are going to be coming to you, trying to promise you this, do this and that to you. Just make sure you stay level head, and stay in the grind. You don't have to, including me. I'm not telling you I need you to come on here and scream this out, scream that out. I want you to be a boss. I don't want nobody following behind me. If you see the channel that we have a bunch of creators. That's all grind. Everybody on the grind. You see Dave ratcheting up the intensity. You see SMG, you understand? You see certain guys up there, even more. I don't want to miss a bunch of people, but there's a lot of guys that are just going crazy. You understand? And, just keep going, Like me, I'm doing more. I feel like I got to do more, Nico. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to get more going. I feel like I ain't did enough. I feel like I didn't do enough tonight. I didn't do anything yet. But I'm ready to get going,
But you said you're trying to come with something crazy tonight.
Oh,
but
yeah,
y'all
I got
ain't here.
something crazy, yeah. But
Flight gonna have something for y'all.
Yeah, even other things expanded into other shit. Like, I'm telling you, this shit about to get crazy. Like, I got a lot of interests I want to get into, gaming, shit. I got a lot of wild interests that I might start debuting and taking a risk. Right now we solid with the other stuff. It's time to try experiment now, and let's see what happens. Shit, what the hell we got to lose?
And I appreciate that. Let's be real. Like I got 5 people in here thanks to y'all. I got people that have came and heard me and actually fuck with things I say. Like before, I used to hop on the game, probably live stream. It'd just be me and maybe a couple friends will pop up here and there. But my friends ain't here now. I'm fucking with 5 new people. And they came through. And Reggie T, yes, top 5 point. Yes, top 5 point.
And another thing, Nico, just keep doing this. You're gonna see the numbers grow. Shit ain't gonna happen overnight. When I did my first video, recording it on my phone, I didn't do lives 2 years ago. I was just recording shit on my Android phone at the time. And I don't even think I got 10 views on my first video. So I went through the mill of 50. See, a lot of people might think I done blew up overnight. I done started from the bottom. I was recording my videos off the phone on my my dining room table, just busting them out, going hard. Like I was doing 10-minute videos. If you see now, I'm going back to the essence. You might see a little 10-minute, 11-minute videos dropping. That's like dedicated to my day ones, because that's how I started. So I still bring that to them. Maybe it's a live, it may be an upload, but it's 10 minutes. That was how we started. But I did more than one video. Like for a night, let's say after Lonzo came on, I might have ratcheted up like 10 4-minute videos. Like, I mean 4 10-minute videos. Like, shit, let's say I missed a day. Let's say I didn't go live today. The next day I'm busting out 6 of them joints. Just kept going. Just kept going. Like I just, you just gotta have that intensity. But I didn't think I'm gonna do this and do that. I just was coming to record because I thought it was fun. Something to do. But I don't want to hold you up too much. But Nico, I want to see you keep grinding and don't stop.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. For me, I mean, this is something I'm venturing into to where, let's say, it's not necessarily lucrative yet. My channel ain't monetized. I'm just doing it for the love of what I'm talking about at this point
Right. Yeah. You
until it
don't have to
becomes
worry
something
about.
lucrative.
Yeah. All that stuff is gonna come. You don't have to worry about
Yeah,
getting monetized, getting this and all that. All that's gonna happen. If you grind for it, it's gonna happen. You
yeah,
connect to a lot of good people, So as long as you stay solid, you keep grinding. Come on now. Like you said you're trying to get ball facts on the channel, right? See, that's a solid.
I was just finna bring that up.
I heard when you said that.
Yes,
And
look,
you
I'm
keep grinding.
speaking into existence.
Workers
AB will
respect
be on
work.
here. AB will be on here.
Yo,
Ball
workers
facts will be
respect
on
workers.
here.
Yo, workers respect workers, dog. You keep busting out your videos, ain't nobody gonna have a problem coming over here.
I'm
It's
gonna say
just
this also.
God.
I told DKM like a month and a half ago. He gonna be on here.
Right.
It's gonna be people, man. Like this is the beginning, and I wouldn't have these thoughts if it wasn't for Flank. So we have to pay homage.
Right. I appreciate that. Just having people on there, and like I said, hopefully they'll be willing to do it. But that's why I said me. At my level, I'm willing to do whatever I can do to help everybody.
Yeah, and since we on my platform, and I'm not, I'm not at the point where it's free shout outs. But what I want to say is this: I know it's controversial to talk about Rev. I understand that, especially in these communities.
I ain't got no problem with him. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I just want to say this: Flight ain't got no problem with him. He's been an inspiration to me also. He brought me into the beginning parts, and then Flight. It's steps, man. People help you where you go. When you play video games, right? You always come across. It's also you start at a level. Somebody is mentoring you, telling you this and that. Then you get to the other part of the stage. Somebody mentoring, telling you that. But they all exist in the same world. So it's never gonna be bad blood. It's never gonna be problems for me. Guess what? When I get to my paths, I'm gonna bring everything and everybody I can, and it's gonna be
Right.
nothing but love. Because at the end of the day, we black men, I love our culture, and we got things to do on this fucking planet.
Yeah.
And then
Like I said,
there's no
yeah,
room for
believe it or
selfish
not.
bullshit.
Yeah, like I said, believe it or not, you would think I have no problems with him. I
Yeah,
wish those guys the best of luck. Should later on down the line, maybe those doors are open. But like I said, we do it
yeah,
well. I don't have no problem. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm willing to work with everyone. It's business here at the end of the day. I don't dislike any of them. I don't know what
no,
happened.
you all good. It might be certain people on the panel that don't want him to get brought up. You're not necessarily opposed to that. But
Yeah,
I only bring him up because it would be fucked up for me to not mention him, considering that he's
yeah,
somebody that he the one that initially seen that I should do something kind of like what I'm doing,
right.
and that's why I started.
Like I said, believe it or not, man. Like I said, I don't want to give too much endorsements, but like I said, I respect
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody.
No, you
I
good,
respect everybody that's on their own grind and they're doing their own thing, and he's one of them. Everybody. Listen,
bro. We
we
out here
see.
hooping.
Yeah, what you mean hooping? You mean
I'm just saying,
going?
like we out here like for you. Let's say you the New York Knicks, he the Charlotte Hornets. We hooping, man. But
Yeah.
we all in this shit together though. We
Yeah,
hooping
that's what
though.
I said. Basically, it'd be a lot of like people that be on the back burner. It don't really be the mains, like it
Yeah,
don't necessarily be the two parties. Sometimes it be the people that's around the two parties. See me, I'm a guy, I'm an insular, I got my own mind. I got kids and I got sons, so how the hell am I gonna have somebody telling me what the hell I should do, this and that? So it's like I have a certain mindset, and nobody could tell me, yo, don't fuck with Nico, don't do this. That nigga, I got to see how I deal with him for myself. You
yeah,
understand? So it goes like that. But it's a tricky situation. At the end of the day,
yeah,
I ain't got no problem with nobody. I'm a businessman. I start my listen. We all start our computers and our live streams for different reasons.
yeah,
When I'm running Flight Sports TV, the company is running, the people are happy. Everybody, the community is enthused. We excited. We're having fun. Some people starting they live streams for other things.
yeah,
Everybody's doing it for everybody's in it for different things. So that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, the people want to see it. So I want listen. I'm about giving the people what the people want to see. You know, that I'm always gonna be like that, no matter what. Whether I like you, dislike you, if thousands of people want me to get with you, and we need to give the people what the people want to see, because who loses? The people. You know, so
That's a fact.
let's do it for
Now,
the people.
I do want to add this in here. For anybody that watches this, I need y'all to come up with some kind of brand name I should call myself, whether it be, Nico Savage, whether it be I need to create some level of community to where y'all know I truly fuck with y'all. Y'all been coming through with me. I appreciate that. You say you're gonna subscribe to my, like, just something like that, right? Like, somebody came through, they fucked with me, they heard what I was saying, and they value it. And I have to shout out the people that came before me and inspired me to even be in a position for you to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only right. I feel like that's only right. And we got one in the building today, Mr. Flight Sports TV, the man, the machine, the myth, the legend, the businessman. Shit. Hey, if you gotta get up out of here, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna just go on a little last couple minutes
Go,
of a
go ahead.
monologue.
I got some time for right now. I'm just sitting here
Okay.
vibing with you. I ain't no rush.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
We're gonna start
'Cause
out. We're gonna
it's closer
start
to
out.
7. I know.
We going. It's no games tonight. It's okay. I mean, whether we start at 7:30, 7:50, we're gonna start. You know, and we're gonna run it up, and we're gonna blow the roof off the building. Now you said just talking into existence. That's what I'm gonna talk into existence.
Okay.
Because I got it so scheduled. I got it all mapped out, so I know.
Okay. So this is how I'm gonna go on my little last minute monologue. Just to let y'all know something, man. For anybody that been following, I started off with Jello, right? I felt so inclined and so drawn to Jello that I had to start making videos. And that's one thing, like, Flight mentioned last time, somebody got to go hard on Jello, right? But Jello wasn't what brought me to the Ball family. So I have to pay homage in a different way. Lonzo Ball is what brought me to the Ball family. The way he played the game of basketball. And let me go ahead and put this up here again. Yes, Reggie T, if you still here, he's a top 5 point guard. This version of Zoe. We ain't talking about the inconsistent 3-point dropper or 5-point dropper, whatever the version of Zoe people like to clown on. It wasn't. Let me bring it back up. We gonna talk about him real quick. This Zoe is a whole different monster. This dude right here on the screen, he coming to take your lunch money. He coming to pickpocket you. He gonna shove you in your locker. He gonna dunk you in the toilet. This Zoe ain't fucking with you. He a bully. He all of 6'6". He coming through with the intent to hurt. He come through with the intent to embarrass. He come through with the ability to understand that he is the best player on the court. It ain't shit you can do about it. And that's who brought me to the family first. That UCLA guy. He came through with the beautiful passes, the deep threes, the fuck. I'm gonna say he runs 60 miles per hour. He get that board, ain't nobody can catch him. If he was a football player, we'd be like, oh man, ain't nobody can catch that guy. He way too fast. And he did say he used to run track. But to get off that, it makes sense because he the only one out of the other two, they got the perfect form in running. When you see this man run, it's like a fucking horse. He galloping, knees high, top speed. He almost can't stop himself sometimes. And people like to make fun of that. But he be running. The point being, let's get back on it. He brought me to the family. So Zoe is he was the first stone. He was or we're gonna call him this because I heard Jay-Z use this before. He was the first Indian over the hill, and he came back with the arrows in his back. He had the arrows in his back, and little bro seen that, and another little bro had the arrows in his back. Dad had the arrows in his back, and they freed up space for the youngest one. The youngest one came through with no arrows in his back. And we got attracted to all of them for different reasons. Shout out Dave James, man. I'm gonna have him on here one day. We're gonna talk some real shit. It's gonna be nothing but old head slander. Let me look. All right, let me not prepare you off of something bad. But what I'm saying is we're gonna have an unbiased talk about everything that's going on in sports and how we see basketball, the game is developed, and where certain players are ranked skill wise. And yes, we're not going to try to talk specifically about era. We can be honest about that and talk about, oh, if he played in this time, then yeah, fuck all that. We're going to talk about what we see now, and we're going to stop denying it for what it is. So back on topic. So is an originator. He is the one that came through with all the scars. He went through the injuries. He the one that went through the most. So even when I see him not play well, I still give him a certain level of love, a certain level of respect, because this man did it first. He the one that was willing to die. And he did to an extent. Two big injuries, got traded. Team didn't want him. Went to a new team. You know, like he did it. And then I seen Jello, right? I'm like, man, this dude hooping. It ain't fancy. He ain't dribbling crazy. He ain't crossing nobody over, but he hooping. And all I seen was like, oh man, he just fat and he's 6'4". He ain't got no speed. He this and that. But I always said, bro, but he hooping. That's what my brain kept saying. Like if you can get a bucket, you can get a bucket. That's just what it is. Man leading the state of California in scoring. If you type in leading scorer in California history in high school, you're just gonna say LeAngelo Ball. But he was somehow a 3-star recruit. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. So we salute to Jello, and it's not just for that. Jello's a great person. He's very genuine. He put his head down. He got to work. This man got the lunch pail attitude. He pick up his box, get to work. I'll say this. He probably got the hardest work ethic. They all work hard, but Jello, you can tell even just from his body. He went from being a fat dude to a small dude to a fat dude to a small dude. Like you could tell he worked hard. And the special fam and Lil Bro, we already know how he got all of us. He came with the flashy behind the backs. He was throwing it between legs. He was bullying ankles. He was pulling deep threes. Man pointed down at the logo, pulled from there, all net. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Bro, he just it was like ice, a cherry on top, right? And then somehow that cherry became the entire meal. And that's what he is right now. Because he didn't gravitated fans and notoriety and love from everybody. And we can't deny him. Because he do some of everything. Not only does he got the shot, he got the floater game, he got the layup game, he got the mid-range game. Shit. Defense cool. On ball steals. He do it all. But this stream was about Zoe primarily. So I see Reggie T in here. That's why I said that. We're gonna get back on this. This version of Zoe, man. Who better than him? Who better than him? Reggie T in here, we're gonna dedicate a little bit of time to him. Who better? Steph, Ja, Melo, who else? This version of Zoe. That person that you're looking at right there with the killer stare. I'm gonna say with the killer stare in his eye. I want y'all to know. And even Dave, who better than him? Top 5. Man, Kyrie ain't even hooping right now. Stop it. We'll talk about Kyrie when Kyrie hooping. But I appreciate that, man. Like I appreciate y'all showing up, hearing my opinions. I know it's not the same. Sometimes some shit might sound stupid, but it's my thoughts. I'm giving y'all a different energy. So that's why I do think I can do it. I come with a little different energy. But yeah. No, of course, Slim, of course. Kyrie, whenever he touches the court, is always going to be top 5, unless somehow he forgot how to play basketball. Because when he ain't dribbling, he got a jump shot that'll kill you. He can hit that bitch from anywhere too, off the dribble, spot up. Kyrie, people don't talk about Kyrie catch and shoot game. He got catch and shoot game too. So, Kyrie has a full package of basketball. Yes, thank you. That's why I say top 5. And I wouldn't even put Melo over him because he got the defense. This is a great night for Melo. This is one of Melo's greatest nights. What you see on the screen. I'm talking about field goal percentage added. But with defense, shit, I'm glad we brought that up. He number 3, Melo 4. Steph, Ja, Zoe, Melo. But even in the original order, who better? Like I said, this Zoe is a bully. He looking cool. You know, they still got the light skin stigma. I don't think like that. That's some old head stuff. I don't look at that. These mulattoes be out here whooping ass. This dude right here, trying to smile and be cool. He here to hurt you. Dame right now is not better than that version of Zoe. Let's bring that back up. Dame ain't had a game like this season. I'm talking about right now in the NBA. Not for namesake, not for anything. I want to know at this exact moment, from the way everybody's playing in the NBA, what point guards are better than this Zoe? Because if we're gonna go off the legacy, of course you can name a lot of people. But right now, from what I've seen from Dame, he ain't doing that with the lockups on the other end. Had Russell Westbrook shooting 30%. Oh, I guess that's normal. Don't come with that though. Well, he made it tough on Russ. Man, hey, light skins ain't gotta prove nothing to me, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I never subscribe to that. Like, you know, since I live in South Central, right? I'm gonna give y'all an example. Let's use Nipsey Hussle, right? It's a lot of those types out here. I'm talking about some niggas who some hardcore gang members, and they got the slick ass hair, light skin, and they dangerous. So I never picked up the persona that, you know, they wasn't about their shit. Like, people are people. If anything, I'm gonna be more worried about around them. That's just me. I learned at an early age that shit don't mean nothing at all. And if it do mean something, it's because your household isn't built around that. You're just a very kind soul, kind person. I'm in the hood. I'm a very kind person. Of course, things can go a separate way. You trying to do something that's disrespectful, but it don't have to. It don't ever have to get there. We about love. We about pushing a image, and not just the image, but the energy behind the image of, we ain't gotta be at war. Disagreements ain't gotta end a fucking kingdom. And we ain't gotta sit here and start battles because I have a different thought than you. That shit is selfish, it's childish, and we need to get that out of our human race. Of course, we ain't tolerating no disrespect, no slander of any kind. But you can have an opinion, and we can have a conversation about it before we gotta go to war. So I ain't seen no names get brought up. So I seen Dame and Kyrie, but Dame is not better than this though, and Kyrie ain't playing. So we're gonna end this off with saying this version of Zoe is a top 3-point guard in the league. We got any disagreements with that? Because I ain't seen nobody dispute it yet. He definitely better than Ben Simmons. Fuck Ben Simmons. Who else? Oh yeah, he better than Trae Young. He for sure better than Kemba Walker. He ain't even in conversations no more. He better than Chris Paul. He better than Russell Westbrook. Better than Spencer Dinwiddie. Bro, it's really a lack of point guard talent in the league right now. As far as like true point guards, like Luka, we're not gonna call Luka no point guard. He a fat dude, a small forward that lines up at point guard. I don't mean to come at him like that, but still. Zoe has to be more consistent, yes. So when Zoe, I'm assuming he gonna go at Damian Lillard, because Damian Lillard been whooping his ass for years. But if and when he drops back down to 9 points or some shit like that, 10, 9, 8 points, he gonna be back to top 15. That guy is an okay player with defense. He basically a step above Alex Caruso. But last night, Alex Caruso wasn't in his stratosphere. That's a different man. He got the jump shot, he got the mid range, he got the slash, he got everything with defense. I wouldn't say Atlanta doesn't know how to use him. It's just the fact that he has so much talent over there, he has to defer here and there. Trae Young is, I'll say, the closest energy we have in the league to Steph and or LaMelo Ball. He's a tie between both. And I'm gonna say this before I might get slandered with that. He gives you the step vibes because, of course, he got range. Of course, he controls the team. He's a little guy. Get to the basket. He play always with Steph. I'm gonna say Trae Young is a petty player too. Let's give him his credit. He's the kind of guy that he got certain matchups and he want to whoop your ass. He's a petty player, but he's also a LaMelo Ball where you put the ball in his hands and he's gonna give you the right outcome a majority of the time. And the crazy thing is, he's part of that class. He's part of the Lonzo, LiAngelo, LaMelo class. So he's known about those guys for years. He a year or two above Melo. I think he Jello year. I think Trey Jello year. So he already knew about Zoe. He part of Jello class, and Melo was somebody he knew was coming up. Oh no, hey, talk about it then, because I think personally, John Collins right now, you can't deny him. They paid John Collins, so you have to provide more for John Collins in an offense. Hey, we got game. We got hold on. Let me see who playing right now. We're gonna give y'all a little update of who playing right now. Warriors and Nets. Okay, no, we got 20 minutes for that. So Warriors and Nets, and then at 7 my time. I'm on Pacific, right? 7 my time, 76ers and Jazz. 7:30 Spurs and Clippers. Kawhi ain't playing, so that ain't even worth watching. But Kevin Durant and or Steph Curry might have a big night tonight. It might be a lot of oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a night tonight. Cause Kevin Durant gonna want to come shit on him. And Stephen Curry gonna be like, you wanted to leave me, bitch. All right. It's gonna be one of those nights tonight. I got you. Hold on real quick. See, I said we was gonna get out of here, but let's let Slim explain what he's talking about. And then we're gonna have a little back and forth, and then it's time to eat because all I didn't have is some goji berries today, and hey, I'm not sponsored, but it's something called salted egg cassava chips. Them shits was fire, and I wish I had more, but I don't. All right,
Yeah.
welcome back. We got Slim in the building, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's
The
up with
reason
you?
why I say Atlanta does not know how to use Trey Young.
Are you still cutting out? Would you driving to Vegas right now?
No, no, man. I'm on the trucking company, so that's what.
Yeah, right now it's hella choppy.
Oh, well, give me a
Or,
couple minutes and I'm on my studies here.
all right. All right, while he doing that, y'all, let me pick up and say, we gonna touch on tomorrow Charlotte game. I do see Charlotte pulling out the win. LaMelo Ball, if you know the famous line that I repeat, Zoe chasing Michael Jordan, Melo and Jello chasing Zoe. I'll never forget that. Which is so crazy, right? I should have been forgot that shit. But LeVar Ball don't understand the things that he say is really iconic. Like he got a finger on the pulse of not only black culture, but a lot of people in basketball from all ages, from older men to men my age. I'm not old, but in a couple years I will be. Well, let me say that 30-year-olds are not old. I respect y'all. You know, my favorite players in their 30s. I'm 26 right now, so I'm gonna be there soon. But point being, he's touched people from ages and pause. But you know what I'm saying here, from teenage years all the way until people in their 50s and 60s. That's the power of LeVar Ball. And if I ever get the chance to speak to him, man, I might break down in tears telling him his impact on the earth, just out of appreciation. And I always mention breaking down in tears, right? But that's just appreciation, man. Look, it ain't nothing soft over here, but I want you to know it's okay to drop a tear for something here and there because it allows you to understand you're connected to the earth, you're connected to people, and things actually matter to you. I sometimes, just the smallest shit would drop a tear out my eye. I mean, you all here boo-hooing, but it shows you that, you got your humanity still. You ain't been too destroyed. Maybe you've been with women, they ain't hurt you enough. You still got a heart in you still, you know. You ain't had to fight for your life consistently. You're just a numb person. Now you still alive, you breathing, you thinking, you feeling. So, LeVar Ball, he needs all his respects. I don't care about anybody that got something bad to say about him. I'm not going to Thanos you. Hey, shout out to Rave. I'm going to give my shout outs too, I guess, in this time. Shout out to Rave Kingdom. He popped up. Shout out A1. He popped up. Dave James again. That's like the third one for Dave. We had Flight Sports TV in the building. We had All Access Decks. Um, and then, my niggas who popped up to talk some basketball, running back, Slim, Corrupt, Reggie. I'm scrolling, by the way. Devin Fuller, Pierre, Dustfang, Jam Will. Appreciate y'all, man. HL Kid. One day we gonna get Pope in here, by the way. CA popped up. It's a couple more. Damn. I appreciate y'all. We waiting on Slim, but I
Yeah,
think
my
everybody
nigga.
then dropped out.
Can you
Are
hear
you
me?
here? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you could explain that. I think most people didn't thought I was left. They didn't dropped off. But I didn't think I was really 100% leaving at that point. But yeah, we gonna let you get you know, your, your summary out. And we might save that also for another stream if you don't mind. I gotta remember myself to bring up certain points and talking points and certain content. Like this is new to this. I'm freestyling. I want you to understand that. For the people that show up, I'm freestyling. I woke up today. I said, shit, I'm gonna go live. I hit up Flight, he showed up. Hit up Dex, he showed up. Hit up Pope, Pope be busy. The thing is, when Pope ain't live streaming, he is busy. So when he live streaming, y'all catch him when he do got time. So, yeah, go ahead, Slim, if you can. Oh, I don't know. Your shit probably still messed up. If anything, look, we got time. We gonna touch on this again. It's a long NBA season. Um, I don't think his shit working properly as far as internet connection. But you know, we got to save these. It's always best marinated, and we come out with a very processed thought. Because I see this freestyling shit as easy, but it's not. So I do got to come with some riddance too. And that next stream, I think we might do it on Mello because I don't think I give enough praise to Mello. Today was for Zoe because Zoe had a great game. I already did one for Jello, and it's only right that the next one be about Mello. So that might be tomorrow, and we gonna pick up with that. So Slim, just keep checking in with me. You'll see when I go live. Shout out Uncle Vern, by the way. Tricky Nicky been cool too, even though he kind of insane. Let's say that. We have to make that known. He's kind of insane, but he been doing his thing. Yeah, Slim not even here right now, but yeah, now you good, Slim. We just gonna pick up in the next one. Go ahead, save your soliloquy, Um, and you know, we'll check in with y'all later. I'll be on Flight Sports TV. Um, Shout out Rev, DKM, Bartron the Blue Flame, Tap into Tachi, Juju. Uh, for this is my shit. This everybody I fuck with. You ain't gotta fuck with each other, but I'ma fuck with you. Um, who else? That's other people. I ain't gonna go down a whole list, nigga. I'm hungry. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm finna go eat. All right, peace.